afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our tailgate party. It is the Super Bowl Sunday. It is Sunday, February 8th. And let's see what the market, the tailgate's going to do, or the prop bets are going to do. And we'll have a little tailgate party here. So here we go. Let's just get right into it. I'll flip over to the heat map. I have a bunch of prop bets up. You know what? They don't really show a whole lot of them on the poly market or the other one, Kashi or whatever. They don't really show a whole lot of charts. So it looks like Seattle's going to be taking this game, guys. I have my New England shirt on. There you go. I am a New England fan. And so, yeah, it doesn't look so good for them today, according to Poly Market. I know Kashi was around the same right there. So I do have some prop bets up right there and over here and a couple other ones. So we'll take a look at them. We'll run right through the market, see what that looks like. And then we'll just talk about what's going to happen in the halftime show. Bad Bunny. I mean, I'm pretty sure the whole thing's going to be in Spanish. I don't think he has a song in English, and I still don't know the name of his song. So I'm sure they're in the prop bets. I did see them in there, and what songs he was going to sing or something like that. I don't really remember, but we'll look at all that nonsense. Yeah, the poly market doesn't really have a whole lot of prop bets. Like I said, I'll show you guys real quick right here. And the NFL, and it says props, and then a lot of it's like the big game MVP right there, who will perform at the halftime show. I'm pretty sure Ricky Martin, is he going to be performing? I have no idea. So I have no idea about that. But anyway, and in the first halftime song, look at a song name. It's called Titi Mi Pregunto. Look at that. Titi Mi Pregunto. So there you go. That's going to be his hit song for the first one, if anybody's ever heard of it. I've never heard of that song. And then which companies will be running ads and which NFL head coaches will be fired. Yeah, see, this has like a bunch of other things in there and what songs will be played during. Look at the song list, guys. You want to see this thing? I mean, holy cow. Has anybody heard of any of these songs, right? Look at that. It's nothing's in English except I Like It. Right there. That's it. Look, I looked at these things. There's nothing else. Even La Jumpa is in Spanish. And yeah, look at that thing. Let's just go through the names of these songs real quick. This is unbelievable. This is the halftime show, guys, right here. Bad Bunny. First, he's going to lead off with either Titi Mi Pregunto or DTMF, whatever the hell that means. I have no idea. And then the next song after that looks like it's going to be Ballet in, and I can speak a little Spanish. I don't even know what this word is. I don't even know what the hell that is. And then I don't know what that is. Nueva, y'all, something. Dakati. These look like slang words to me. And this one, Safira. What is that? Kalata. I like it. Look at that. I can read that one. Holy cow. La Mudanza. Alutas Lindos, Mi Puerto Bonito Mia. I can read that. La Cancun, I guess that is. And Un times 100 TO, Effecto. Young guy, you guys are like, what are you even talking about? This is the names of this. These are the songs you're about to hear at the halftime show, guys. So I'm just trying to fill you guys in because I looked at this list and went, what the hell is this? And no wonder why I've never heard of any of the songs. I don't think they play any of them on an American station around here. So it's pretty wild. Who picked this guy? Roger Goodell needs to get fired like immediately. This is the worst lineup of a song lineup for a Super Bowl I've ever seen. Unless he's just setting this guy to get locked up by ICE, and then you'll have a good show. Now, that will be a fascinating show. You see ICE roll in, and this dude's singing, what were these song names? Hold on. Where were they again? I forget the name. He's singing Titi Mi Pregunto, and then, ICE rolls in and locks him up. Now, that'll be a halftime show to remember right there. So, anyway, that's the song list right there, guys. So, I don't know. You'll know I Like It when it comes on. It's the only one in English. So, get ready for that. It's interesting. And then we'll look at the rest of these. So, holy cow. That's the craziest song list I've ever seen in my life. I was looking at it like, what the hell? And the national anthem, they do that and how long it's going to go. And we'll look at all them. Bad Bunny video becomes most viewed Super Bowl halftime on YouTube in first month. Like I said, he gets locked up. Yeah, it's definitely going to be the most viewed ever everywhere. So it'll be a really good one right there. Luis Rodriguez of ICE breaks in and locks this dude up for not having like the right paperwork or something crazy. I could see it happening now. And will he say F ICE? I don't think he will, only because I don't think the NFL Roger Goodell probably doesn't want him to say that. So I have a feeling they probably told him, if you say that, you're not getting paid, buddy. They don't even get paid for this, do they? But they would probably come down hard on him. So they'd make sure he probably never worked again. But so yeah, I don't know if he'll be saying that, to be honest with you. I doubt that's going to happen. And again, they're pretty low right there. Where did it say it? Right there, 9%. So interesting right there. And again, these are just the poly market ones. And again, it has a bunch of different things like, well, Aaron Rodgers retired before next season. Has nothing to do with the Super Bowl, but they just don't have all the Super Bowl bets. Here's the coin toss right here, winner. Let's see. What does that? Where's the odds at? It's a 51% chance. No way. I can't believe the coin toss is a 51% chance. How crazy is that? And there's not even a chart. Could you imagine? I mean, just flipping a coin. It's 50-50 shot unless it bounces, unless like they have to reflip it or something. But someone's still gonna win. And it's a 50-50 shot right there. And what else do we have on here? Number of views of Bad Bunny's halftime thing on YouTube. That seems to be a big one on Poly Market. People seem to be interested in that. And there you go. So I don't see anything else. We'll go through the rest of the prop bets in a few. Let's cruise through the market, Luis Rodriguez, see what's going on. What about an unexpected turn of events on Friday? How about that Bitcoin and everything else? And of course, we're going to be talking about it all. So let's discuss the market, crypto, and the Super Bowl, the prop bets and everything, our little halftime party here, and we'll see what's going on. What we're looking at going into the week in the market and today for the Super Bowl. And of course, we were just talking about good old Bad Bunny. You're not impressed by Bad Bunny? That set list right there, Luis Rodriguez. You're not impressed with Titty Me Pregunto? Are you kidding me, Luis Rodriguez? And DTMF and Ballet something and another? I have no idea. How about this one? Ducati. You mean you're not impressed by the set list that he's about to perform? Holy cow, Luis Rodriguez, you're a hard one to impress then. Yeah, that's bizarre. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, let's cruise through our list, see what's going on. Then we'll go through our prop bets, see what's up with that. I'll cruise right through the market real fast. We have our laptop travel list. He threw our list over and everything else. So let's cruise. And if you guys want to see anything in particular, let me know. Or if you have any comments about the Super Bowl or Bad Bunny or any of the prop bets, please feel free to share. And here we go. Let's rock and roll and see what this crazy market. Here, you want to start with something crazy? Yeah, you're right. Crypto right back to 60K. Remember, it was at like 48 the other, or 59, not 48, 59 the other day. It would have been good at 48, but 59, and now you're back at 70. It was at like 71 a few minutes ago, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, it was at 71. I thought so. I saw it on the stock cube, and so there you are with Bitcoin. That does look like a real good bottom right there. But again, it's still basing out right here. Let me pop the MACD and RSI up right there. It is getting out of the basement. I did notice that. It is curling up. You're going to have that good curl up period. You're going to come back up to your 20. We know that. And then we're going to have to see, because again, now we're out of that bullish channel that I was talking about before, that it was setting up into right about here and here. And that was even your tax loss selling right here. And it didn't really affect it too much. It bounced up, but then whatever happened right here, that destroyed it. So it does look like it wants to work its way up. It'll get back in the channel and carry its way up, but it looks like it may take a little while unless we see some really good red or green candles, some big green spikes. And Ethereum just trying to get out of the basement right there. It looks like it will. Bitcoin obviously just did and looks pretty good to continue its way up. And then Ripple got out. That doesn't look too bad right there. And then your Solana still there with Ethereum. So Solana, Ethereum just hanging out on the bottom. They should get right out like the rest of them. Doge kind of hanging out down there as well. And here is Cardano, and that's pretty much out, and it looks like it wants to get curled up. So Cardano is not looking too bad right there. And then Chainlink just kind of hanging out. So they're either out curled up looking really good, or they're just flat on the bottom ready to get rolling. So that's what your crypto looks like at the moment. So it doesn't look bad right there. How about that SMX Security Matters right there? That thing was cruising along the other day on Friday, running up like big time, and SGP right there, and PLSE right there. Look at that thing. Pulse Biosciences was running JZXN, that China auto and truck dealership one was running along, and Rail Vision, that's an Israeli rail service thing or railroad company, that was cruising right there. So there you are with a few that were hopping up there. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what else is going on right here. What's going to be happening in the market this week? So ONDS started ripping right back up there. And again, is this a fake out move? Nothing happened in Iran this weekend, not yet that we saw. I don't know when they continue doing some talks. They're supposed to continue and resume some more talks is apparently what was going to happen. So we have to keep an eye on that, but we were definitely keeping our eyes to Iran to see if something was going to happen. And it's still only Sunday afternoon. So you do have the Super Bowl happening. Who knows what's going to happen there? You have a lot of things that can happen still in this weekend. So we're going to be keeping our eyes to this. But as far as Friday closed, I mean, the market started to turn back up, but it wasn't a guarantee that it was absolutely going to get ripping on Monday. So we'll be keeping an eye on it and seeing what's happening. Galaxy obviously running up. That tends to run with Bitcoin too. And ASTS right here was popping right back up. But again, we've seen them pop up before and take big dips. So we've seen it. It did get higher up. So it looks like it's trying to go. But you still have a lot of uncertainties, geopolitical risk, and everything else going on in this world and this planet. So anyway, UMAC, this one was turned around. This was right back up there. That looks pretty good over that support line. Looks like it could run, and it looks like they do want to run. I'll be honest with you, but again, you just got to keep an eye and see if anything happens or if anything, geopolitical risk wise goes down between now and tomorrow morning. If not, I would assume that the market should be pretty green. At least it looks like it should anyway. And Redwire was bouncing right back up there. Rocket Lab was even bouncing up. Remember, we had talked about that one going down. And again, it doesn't look perfect. So I can't say that I'm ready to jump on board and say that they're all going to be popping just yet. Now, nuclear right here. Now, that could be a good one for tomorrow. That looks pretty decent just in that spot alone. And then you have your Oklo is up, and that one doesn't look too bad right there. So your nuclear sector could be good because SMR looks pretty good too. So definitely keep an eye on them ones right there. That is nuclear. And EOSE, that was running back up, that electrical part one, and that was cruising right along, not looking too bad. Iron right here, IREN, and that was moving up Friday. So Thursday night, we looked at them. Everything was coming down. And then today we're looking at them and everything is going back up. Not necessarily, like I said, means that they're going to continue to go back up tomorrow. And that's why I still kind of have a red flag out. We have to see how things open up, and we'll see what the market looks like in the morning when we do our 7 a.m. pre-market show. So you guys know we'll be on in the morning. But of course, we're going to do our show today for our Super Bowl tailgate party. And then we're going to go through our prop bets. We were already talking about Bad Bunny. We're going to talk about that a couple times. I mean, that's just unbelievable. That song list is so crazy, guys. You got to look. I'll show it to you guys again. More people are hopping on. So they're definitely going to want to see this Bad Bunny set list for today. It's quite impressive here. Although Luis Rodriguez is not impressed. I'm not sure what's going on there. He's a hard guy to impress right there. When you see the names of these songs like Titty Me Pregunta, it's going to be pretty wild. Look at that. That's the first name of the song, Titty Me Pregunta, guys. I'm not even kidding. So there you go with that. And let's see, critical metals right here. And we're definitely keeping an eye on all of these metals because that doesn't look that great. USAR right here doesn't look perfect either. I mean, they look like they could reverse, but they don't look perfect. Look at that. That's curling down. That could easily stair step its way down, and that could have been a nice fake out on Friday. So you better be careful with all these. And like I said, we'll definitely be watching them in the morning, seeing exactly what wants to be popping, what they want to do. This one didn't look too bad, though. UAMY, that United States Anatomy Corp right there. So that one's not too bad right there. Your 4Us. That doesn't look so bad, but it looks like it wants to get bullish, but it still has a resistance above it, which should be the support. It will be soon, but it's still not curled up there. So again, we have to see how they open up tomorrow. And if this was a fake out on Friday, SPI trying to run back up, and they did run up a little bit higher than the day before, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're exactly ready, especially over a weekend, guys. So that's why I was being careful. And UNH right here running right back up. Now that one looks pretty good. I would say that's getting set up. It's been getting beat down there. It got beat down on the earnings. And I think you have a good setup happening right there. And then what about Oscar Health has been beat down? They actually have earnings there this week. Weren't they Tuesday or something? I forget, the 10th right there. And that is Tuesday. So there you go for Oscar Health. And that one looks like it might be a good one on its earnings, guys, because it does look like it's getting set up right there. We'll obviously look at it Monday and Tuesday. And then MOH took a beating on its earnings, but then again, it could take a beating, but Oscar just did take a beating leading up to its earnings. So that's a kind of interesting one right there because it's been getting beat down. Does it go further in the basement off its earnings on Tuesday? We'll have to see. And I guess the market conditions, I don't know if will play so much a factor, but they could a little bit. But again, it's more or less like their guidance. What do they think? And then you see MOH was way down right there. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm not an earnings person, but just something to look forward to right there with the healthcare sector. And Sinez Tech right there wasn't looking too bad. And they are getting a new CEO. Their current CEO is going to retire. And that does look real good right there for Sinez Tech. And let's see what IMRX, that's our pancreatic cancer one, and that was trying to cruise right back up there. Ross looking good to roll off that MACD. So, like I said, the market does look good, like it wants to continue to go up on tomorrow morning. We just have to see if anything crazy happens between now and tomorrow morning, and I guess what the market really wants to open like, because they run up and they look great, and then the next day they dip back down, and then when they look like they're going to go down like this, they run right back up. So the dips are great opportunities, and the run-ups, you got to sell them and lock in those profits before they come back down. Your Chipotle right here is getting set up. It does have that resistance right there and has to curl through your MACD, and our Cracker Barrel's been looking really good. I would say keep this on your list tomorrow. That one could be a really good one right there tomorrow. That's in a good spot, I must say. So there you are. And you think is how many are on X? There's a few people on X. Is it just us two? I think it is just us on the YouTube there, Luis Rodriguez. But there's a bunch of people on X, so that works out. So there you go. So appreciate you guys tuning in there on X. I didn't know who would hop on, but yeah, X usually does have a lot of people, but we usually get a lot of people on our YouTube feed as well. And but it's all good. And again, people getting ready for the Super Bowl. Yeah, I think it is. I don't know where everyone is. I'm not even sure. They're all watching on X, I guess, today, it looks like. So how are you, X people, and everybody else tuning in? How are you guys? And if you guys want to see anything, hop on the stream and post in whatever stock tickers. We're going to go through the stock tickers, see what the market's going to look like tomorrow. That's what we're doing right here. And then we're going to be talking about the prop bets. I have them all up as well. And of course, the most important thing right here is our halftime show. And Titty Me Pregunto is going to be our first song. It looks like either that or DTMF. I don't even know what that means, stands for, or what that is. But there you go, guys. And again, here's your song list. I can't say any of these, and it all looks like a bunch of Spanish slang words, to be honest with you. I could be completely wrong. I can read that one. I like it. So he may play I Like It. There's a 47% chance. Less than half, he may play one American song, or at least the title's American. Everything else is going to be in Spanish, I'm pretty sure. We're about to see a completely Spanish Super Bowl, unless he has like some special guests that come on. But what did the one say? Ricky Martin? He can definitely sing in Spanish too. I don't know what's going on, guys. It's pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie. Look, this is what the thing says right here. Here's all your suggestions. Bad Bunny, we know, is playing. Ricky Martin, he'll come. Lady Gaga, I didn't know that. And I don't know who Rosalie is, and Carol G, Cardi B, Travis Scott, J Balvin, and some other people that I don't think are going to make the bill right there because they have super low. Green Day, they're just going to show up out of nowhere. They're going to drop them off a drone, and they're just going to show up with Bad Bunny. I mean, they just throw them on there to collect a couple money. So collect money. Like, does anyone really think Green Day is going to be showing up, or No Doubt? I mean, that sounds pretty wild. I don't think Jay-Z's showing up for this, even though he's involved with it. He just doesn't seem to show up. He didn't come out when Dr. Dre and everybody was there. He definitely ain't coming out for Bad Bunny. And I don't think we're gonna see Metallica either, or Taylor Swift. I mean, she usually takes the main stage. So I mean, 2%. I can't even believe you can even bet on these things. Like Miley Cyrus, I would have to assume that they're like really easy nose, but again, it's only 1%, so I don't know how much you could even win on that. But there you go, and you're going to see some Bad Bunny and a whole lot of Spanish songs, guys. So that I can assure you. And let's get back to Cracker Barrel because that's what we were talking about before. And like I said, we'll be talking about Bad Bunny, I'm sure, a lot. I mean, it's one hell of a halftime show. Luis Rodriguez is super excited. He said the song DTMF because he knows he's a big fan of Bad Bunny. He said it's Dibi Tira Mas Photos, whatever that is. Isn't that like I don't even know what that means. Something I don't even know what the hell. Is a letter of regret written to a past version of life. It's a mix of a breakup song and a deeper, more existential, I don't know, reflection on how fast time moves. And you had to look at you didn't have to look that up, Luis Rodriguez. You're a huge Bad Bunny fan. You listen to his music on your way to work in the morning, we know. And you were like, I couldn't wait to tell you what DTMF was all about. So thank you for that breakdown, Luis Rodriguez. He is excited. Look at him. He is like hardcore Bad Bunny. He thinks TT Me Pregunta is going to be the first song. And so there you go. And what a set list. Holy cow. And Cracker Barrel looks really good, guys. Anyway, and how about Boyle? They might as well boil that set list right there. Be honest with you, that was coming down a little bit, and that's your natural gas. And we'll see how it reacts tomorrow. It is cold, I'll tell you that. It's really cold. It's definitely like negative something wind chill out there. And Gush running up, and that's your oil and gas. And these things just keep looking good. ExxonMobil just continues to run up, and CVX and Oxy right here. And look at these things. They just stay strong. So there you go. Luis Rodriguez said he had 6 shots of espresso so far. You're ripping for the supermarket tailgate party right here, Luis Rodriguez. He is all amped up about Bad Bunny. I mean, he could care less about the Patriots, the Seahawks, but Bad Bunny halftime show. Luis Rodriguez has been waiting for this for months, guys. I mean, he is so excited. He's got 6 shots of espresso in him already. Could you imagine? I'd be like running around my house probably. I'd never drink that stuff, but I could only imagine what that would do to me. I'd be just like literally nonstop going wild. But Oxy right here, that's been going nonstop wild too. And like I said, all of these guys and your Gush right there has been gushing up. So look at them. That is your oil and gas, your oil and gas ones. And Plug right here is plugging along. That does look like it's setting up pretty good as well. And then your Quantum Scape right now is that's been a good dip down too. So QS could be a good one to get set up relatively soon. And obviously Plug. So keep an eye on them. You might want to keep them on your watch list because they look like they're going to get moving soon. And Rocket coming down a little bit here, Zach. And looks like you could come down a little bit more back into the 17. So be careful with that one right there, Zach. I know we always talk about that. And you're Lucid. Oh, Luis Rodriguez, I forgot to post it. So I took Dougie to the auto show, the Philadelphia auto shows in town today. I believe is the last day. My buddy got tickets. My buddy that helps me fix my cars and everything, or I got hit in the head. He's a mechanic, and they just give him all kinds of tickets. So we went over. We took the kids, and they have a thing called the Reading Terminal right across the street. It's like pretty much almost like a big Amish market, I guess. It's giant. It's massive. I mean, it's really, really big place, and they have all these different food places. And for example, like me and Dougie had cheesesteaks, and my buddy had cheeseburgers, but they have like cheese spots and that you can go pick out cheese and vegetables and raw meats and everything. I don't know if they have seafood in there, to be honest, which I didn't see any seafood places. But anyway, it's a mix between like a grocery shop and like all this like awesome places to eat. So it's really, really cool, Reading Terminal. And so we went over there and we ate, and then we went right across the street into the car show. And yeah, so anyway, talking about Lucid here. So they had this track, and I took a video of it. I meant to post it out. I'll post it out for you guys. So this Lucid car, they had an SUV and a car that were on this test track, and they were driving around. They had a Cyber truck out there. They had a couple other things out there. They even had like Toyotas and just normal cars as well. And yeah, they were all, you could get in line. We didn't do it, but you could get in line. They would drive you around this little track. But this one Lucid car, I don't know which one it was, Luis Rodriguez, but holy cow, this thing was quick. I mean, they couldn't really go that far because the track wasn't that long, but this thing just lit up. I mean, you could tell the person driving it was loving it because this thing was the fastest thing by a long shot. I mean, everybody was just watching this car. It was this white Lucid car. I have to figure out what model it was, and I'll tell you what, this thing, they would be at a dead stop. I'll post the video, and I mean, this thing just took off so fast. It was faster than every gas powered car out there, faster than every gas powered car you see. This thing was sizzling, guys, sizzling. I mean, they were just like, it was ripping so fast. I wonder what it does. I have to look it up because I was like, what does this thing do like on a quarter mile or whatever? Like, how fast does it get up? Yeah, Lucid, that was crazy. And then they had this SUV, and that was almost just as fast. It was nuts. I was like, it was slower than the car, but it was faster than like almost every other gas powered car out there. It was crazy. And again, they had the Teslas. They had the whatever that truck is, a cyber truck out there. They had a bunch of cars like Toyotas, they had SUVs, they had everything out there. Kias, you name it, they had it. And these things, these Lucids, everybody was watching them because I'm telling you, they were super fast. They were cool looking too. But holy cow, they were ripping. So I'll post a video on that. I forgot about it. I'll have to edit it together real quick. So yeah, Lucid right there, just to give you an idea. And I said to my buddy, I was like, yeah, he knew all about it because he knows about like every single car and basically how to take them apart and how they operate and everything else. But I know about the stock. I'm like, yo, this thing, we got to check this out, this EV. And I was just telling him what I knew because I only know about the stock. He obviously knows that. And then he was telling me all about the car because he knows all about the car. He knows everything about like every single car. It's crazy. And yeah, some of the new pickup trucks that are EV guys are pretty wild too. The hood is like a trunk. So like you lift up the hood and you have like trunk space in there. So now you have like a little trunk in your pickup truck. It's kind of crazy. And then underneath, I guess, are all your batteries and everything for the EV. It's pretty wild. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, we were looking at the new vehicles and what's coming out. The auto show, I was telling my wife, is not like it used to be. The Philadelphia Auto Show, and I'm sure every single city it goes to, is not what it used to be. We used to go all the time, like even like 20 years ago, like, and it used to be incredible. I mean, all the auto manufacturers would have just crazy setups. I don't think BMW, I don't think Mercedes was even there. There was tons and tons. So like I'm saying, this Lucid was fast compared to all the cars that were there, but they didn't have every make and model. They weren't even there. So these guys are these auto industries are cutting out these car shows. It costs a fortune to do that kind of thing and then travel city to city and just to point out like what your new car is when everybody just goes online and looks at it. You probably pay an influencer and get way more eyes on it than just doing that, to be honest with you. And or a couple of them. One in each city would be way cheaper than trying to take that and pay for the car show, the auto show, I'm sure. So yeah, Volkswagen was there. They have a new bus, is really cool. And so Volkswagen was there. But yeah, I didn't see Volvo. I didn't see, like I said, Mercedes. I didn't see BMW. A lot of companies, a lot of big ones. I didn't even see. They're not even there. So yeah, the thing is tiny now. It's like just barely anything. And but anyway, it was pretty cool. And I'll have to post a video of that Lucid because holy cow, guys, it was super fast. I'm telling you. So. And Luis Rodriguez has Lucid leaps. January 27 leaps calls on Lucid. So there you go. And he said, you said what? You sat inside one, and it's like sitting inside of someone's living room. It was so roomy. Wow, that's pretty cool. The Lucid Earth model will be unveiled very soon, possibly in February 20th. And the other thing about Lucid is that their range is unparalleled. They get almost 500 miles on the charge. That's crazy. And then, guys, they're so much superior. Lucid, the luxury model, that literally Tesla is like doing away with their luxury ones and just letting Lucid take it. So they're that good. And yeah, I'm telling you, This Lucid blew. I mean, it blew the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck moves, but it didn't move like these Lucids did, and even the SUV. Holy cow, guys! I'm telling you, I'll post a video. It was so quick. It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. We watched it for like 15 minutes. The kids loved it. They couldn't wait for the white car to come. Is the white car going to come back? It's so fast. I mean, the thing just, they hit the gas and this thing just went like you've never seen a car just rip down a track. I was like, I wish they could have had this thing like just keep going because I wanted to see how fast it was. It was just so fast. It was crazy. I'm telling you, it was crazy. It would have outperformed every luxury car there. If, like I said, even Mercedes, because my wife has a Mercedes, her car does not. Her car's quick. Don't get me wrong, and it's new, but it didn't do what this Lucid could do. I'm telling you, this thing went. It was just warping. Even my buddy was like, "Damn, that thing's fast," and we were talking about it. So there you go, little commercial for Lucid, I guess. But anyway, yeah, they're luxury ones, and their cars are pretty cool. So I did go to the auto show. We had fun yesterday there, and there you go, a little bit about Lucid. So I'll post a video and I'll tag you on it, Luis Rodriguez, and I'll tag you on all the Bad Bunny halftime show videos too, because I know you won't be able to get enough of them. Especially what was that song? Titty Me Pregunto right there, the very first song he's gonna open up with, probably either that or what was it? DTMF? Yeah, DTMF or Titty Me Pregunto. I know you're gonna be playing them nonstop on your feed, so I'll tag you. Rich Tech Robotics right here, and I'm just joking. R right there was looking pretty good. And again, every single one of them has that good look after Friday, but who knows if they're going to really go up. So we'll cruise right through the list and then we'll go through our prop bets and stuff since it's Super Bowl tailgate party here. And I do have my Patriots shirt on, guys. There you go. So let's go Patriots. But it doesn't look like they're going to be winning this game. According to Poly Market, I guess anything can happen because it is sports, but this thing's pretty damn accurate, I must say. I mean, we've seen this do pretty wild things, Poly Market, so it doesn't look like the Patriots even have a shot in hell today. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it looks like Seattle's just going to beat on them. So it'll be interesting if the Patriots actually pull it off. It'll look like a huge upset, I would say. So. And you know it can happen. Anything can happen in sports, that's for sure. Galt right here, definitely looking good. Joseph Levy, we're thinking about you. He has a surgery, I believe, tomorrow. So if it's not tomorrow, it's Tuesday. But I think it is tomorrow, actually. And so, yeah, Joseph Levy, we'll all be thinking about you and have a speedy recovery. Keep me posted on how you're making out. I'll talk to you on the in the messages there, so we'll be chatting and I'll see how you're doing. So we'll be thinking about Joseph Levy. He's having a huge surgery, his back and everything, and he's a veteran. He's a war veteran, and he got pretty mangled. He was telling me and Luis Rodriguez, we went out to dinner with him, as a matter of fact, in New York City. Had a nice time, and he was telling us a few stories, and yeah, he got pretty mangled, and it was like a situation that you just don't want to be in. And they didn't really have a choice, and yeah, he got pretty mangled up there, and that's what happens when you're over there in war. That can happen at any second. You obviously don't want it to happen, and that's why these guys are super brave, and women are super brave, and just put their ass on the line at every second. He sure did. I mean, he could have been dead in a heartbeat. So yeah, he got pretty banged up, I'd say. He told us the story of what had happened from what he knows of it anyway, and they had to kind of tell him what happened. And so yeah, pretty wild stuff right there. So definitely thinking about him and all of our veterans, of course. But Joseph Levy having big surgery tomorrow, and he does like Galt, so, and it's looking good. Maybe it'll pop for Joseph Levy tomorrow for a surgery. That would be nice. He'll wake up and say, whoa, my Galt's way up. That's good. And they'll be like, what the hell are you talking about? And, that would be pretty fun. But there you go with fun, Six Flags. And there you are. That looks like it's getting fun still. Laptop travel. That's looking really good right there for FUN. And then we were looking at Dave and Buster's if you want a decent play, because this is setting up right there and doesn't look too bad. It's bouncing around that channel right here. You'll probably get a little bounce around, but it will definitely get moving. Yeah, Joseph Levy, definitely a great guy. Like I said, me and Luis Rodriguez, we had a good time with him, and he came out to New York City and met us out there in December. And yeah, just a really down to earth, really nice guy, clearly. And he's a big pool player, that's for sure. and he got his daughter's way in the pool as well. He has his I'm friends with him on Facebook, so I see his live feed. I see her play. She'd kick my ass in pool. She's like really good at pool, guys. She's like 8 or 9 years old. I forget exactly how old she is, but holy cow, she is like really good at pool. So it must be in his bloodline or something because he's really good too. But his daughter's that good, and I don't think you could practice that much to be that good. Maybe you can, but he doesn't even have a pool table at his house. He said, which was pretty amazing to me. And so yeah, that was pretty fascinating that his daughter could be that good, and he was getting one. I know that, but because of his daughter. But yeah, he plays so much. I guess he doesn't really need one at his house. He plays in like every single night. Anyway, he won a tour. He won like the Nationals or whatever. He's going to the Nationals in Las Vegas. He won, and the whole pool thing and around whatever it is. I don't even know what it was, but I forget. And yeah, he's going to Vegas to play in like April. So it's pretty wild for like the national championship. You got to be good if you're getting on that stage. And because I know some dudes that are pretty good at pool and they ain't getting nowhere near that stage. They wish. So yeah, he's got to be like top notch, like insane good at pool. I've seen him play like on the video, and he is pretty damn good. He was telling us about like the pool sticks. Like some of his pool sticks are like $5,000 and stuff. Like they use this crazy wood and stuff. It's wild. When he's better, I'll have to have him tell us all about it. He's obviously very knowledgeable about pool, and it's pretty cool. I used to play it, never really good to be honest, but just have fun playing around and hanging out and just having a good time. I think all of us have at one point, and then some people get really good at it, and then they get their own pool sticks and play all the time in leagues, and then others just do it for the hell of it, like me. And Joseph Levy took it to a whole nother level. He's going to like nationals, and yeah, them guys are really good. But I always liked it. I loved it growing up too. And I used to actually have a little pool table at my house, so we used to play all the time. So yeah, but I was never really that good. I can play, but I'm not that good. Anyway, there you go. And like I said, you either get real good at it or you're just like mediocre forever. I'm mediocre forever, but at least I can play. Arm, that was you want to talk about strong. Holy cow, that arm, I didn't realize it was that strong right there. We'd have had to play that again because that was a good rip the first time. That could continue its way up, as a matter of fact. Good old arm, ARM, and grab right here. It looks like it wants to get through the MACD again, but I'm not exactly sure. And again, this is where I come up with the fact that we have to see what's going to be happening tomorrow morning and how, if anything, happens between now and tomorrow morning in the geopolitical world, because anything can happen. Oracle looks a little better right there. It could stay in the basement too, so just beware of that. And Core Weave right here was jumping up, and that does look pretty good, trying to jump back up. That could start curling back up there. Adobe right here, I think, is going to get set back up. It's way in the basement. It's way down here. Almost got to dungeon area, I'd say, because it was in the basement here and then really came down. So I would say it got into the dungeon, and Adobe should get out of the dungeon now. So DTMF, day trading makes friends. There you go, Luis Rodriguez. And that's what the first song's going to be right there, or second or whatever, after Titty Me Pregunto. And then it's going to be, Bad Bunny's going to have a song about day trading, and that'll be great. Can you imagine? This is going to be the wildest halftime show ever. I'm not going to lie. Marvell, that one was ripping back up. You said that the other day, Luis Rodriguez, to keep an eye on that, and it did rip up. And then, of course, our burner right here. Here you go. And I was cutting up some videos last night. I'll post them out. I'm just about done with them, and I'll post them out there. So I made a couple little commercials when we were talking about burner. So we won't get into it too much today. I'll just tell you that it looks pretty good right there. I did sell my calls at the end of the day. And again, I thought it would get to the 20. I was going to sell them right there. So if it jumps up a little bit more, it does. I can still run and get into it again. But I did have a bunch of calls going from, we jumped in, I was talking about the other day. We jumped in it right at the bottom, right here, literally on Thursday. We got in it, and then it went straight up from there. But I did buy more calls the minute the market opened, like right around here, and they were up like almost 50%. alone, just them calls there on Friday. So, and then I had forgot to take a screenshot of the other ones. I just hit the sold button and I went, oh crap, I didn't screenshot it. So I made sure I did with these. These were up, like I said, these ones were up 47%, I think, the calls. And like I said, it may go up a little bit higher, but I was there live trading on Friday afternoon, and I said, I'm going to stick to what I preach, and I'm going to lock in my profits over the weekend, and then I can reevaluate it on Monday morning. And if it gaps up, it gaps up. What are you going to do? But it can also gap down too. You never know. So anyway, take the profits when they're there, right? And that's what I say. So that's what I did. And then Abbott Laboratories right here has been looking pretty good. We've been talking about it, and that looks like it could get ripping right there. So keep an eye on that. There's another medical device or healthcare type one. So maybe that sector is going to get rolling again. Let's take a quick look at our Michael Anthony's view. ABEO trying to get set up right here. I don't know where Michael Anthony is. I thought he'd be hanging out today, Luis Rodriguez. And DLO, that D local limited, not too bad. It looks like that's trying to crawl back up. This is your uranium play that he liked, UEC. And again, I'm not so sure that they get really popping just yet. I kind of like SMR and nuclear right here a little bit better than the uranium play right there, UEC. So just a little idea. We'll look at them tomorrow. That LW ran huge. And again, we had this, guys, I played this down here because I sold it when it hit the 20 right here. I think it was this day or that. I think it was that day when I sold it, I think, because I was talking about getting back in it when it got in the channel. And I said it was going to run up some more. And there you go. It got cruising. It was just a little slow, but it did go moving. I mean, it wasn't a bad one. We knew it was going to run, and that was a good one right there. I probably should have just kept a couple option calls on it because, look, it never went down. I mean, it continued to just go up right there. So anyway, mine probably would have had expired by this point. I would have had to have sold and rebought them anyway, but it still was looking pretty good, and it did run. So we were super early on that one right there. And the good old Tiger right here did try to move, and it looks like it's trying to bounce back up off of this little trend line. So we'll keep an eye on that Tiger, and you guys can make sure that you watch my last interview with the Joe Exotic, the Tiger King, and spread the word for that. Make sure you repost it and like it and all that, and spread some and just help him out, to be honest with you. More or less, that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm cutting up them videos too to make some shorter videos to try to get the word out about Joe Exotic some more. So yeah, a lot of good stuff going on. We'll just make a lot of videos, commercials, and all. I'll just make a whole lot of new social media videos. How's that? And then that's what we'll do now. We'll just cruise along, crush the market, make a bunch of cool videos, and then and go viral, I guess, or something like that. I don't know, but whatever. But we do need to get Joe Exotic out. Poor guy's been locked away for like 8 years. I mean, like I say, there's sex offenders that get charged now. They have heinous crimes. I mean, they're like molesting children and having sex crimes against animals, and they're getting 6 years in prison. I don't get it. They should be killed. I mean, they should be hung and killed, yeah. And this guy, he's been in jail for 8 years. He didn't even do anything wrong, and they have all the proof. So I don't even quite understand it. Our judicial system, our world is just so ass backwards sometimes. It's just so bizarre, is it not? I mean, look at all the Epstein stuff coming out, guys. I mean, it's just so crazy, these emails. And that whole Bitcoin thing, guys, is really bizarre. I mean, he was like paying the people, like the whatever the hell they were called. I forget I'm trying to think of the name, but whatever. He was paying the people, the creators, or not the creators, the programmers or whatever. Like, he was involved in all that, like a decade ago. Like, the guys, this is so crazy what was going on with that guy. And then, yeah, like, to let that guy just kind of kill himself, they say. We went over this the other day, so I won't get into it, but yeah, it's just so bizarre. I mean, just absolutely everything about it's just, is just a cover up and something weird. And so anyway, that's that. But and then yeah, you got that going on, and then poor Joe Exotic still in prison for 8 years and just sitting there. He's still sitting there. I mean, he's got to watch a Super Bowl, another Super Bowl in prison. He's probably like, am I ever going to get out and watch a Super Bowl and like in a regular chair? Like, this is crazy. So Yeah, that poor guy, he's got to get out of that prison. And so yeah, help Joe Exotic and watch the video, retweet it out, and all that good stuff. Let's look at our Joe Lee's jams. I hope Asian Joe Lee's doing well too. Everybody, hope you all are doing well. Rhythm right here. This looks like it might get into the rhythm. Remember, I was saying the cannabis stocks are starting to look a little bit better right here. They're starting to get set up. Look at Tilray right there. Oh, I didn't want to do that. What was the canopy growth right there? CGC. And yeah, they are all looking a little bit better. ASST is having a reverse split there. Or didn't they just reverse split? Was it Friday? It did. It was Friday. That's right. I forgot about it. We were supposed to look at that, and it ran up. So there you go. And that one could run, but I don't know. I don't even like that one. And I know them guys always pump it, and I forget the heck their names are. I always forget their names. But yeah, that's like one of them, I would say, like a pumps almost. So I don't really want to mess with it too much right there. But Blink charging right here looking a lot better, I must say. So you might want to keep an eye on that one right there, BLNK, because that looks pretty good. And then, of course, Sezzle. This thing is going to get sizzling, guys. We already know it. You know it's going to run huge. Just watch for dips and buy it. Sterling up big the other day, and that one we know likes to run. And that could continue to go up, that good old Sterling. So watch for that for a little momentum. Rivian right here getting set up as well. And I think Rivian could get moving. So keep an eye on that. Maybe Rivian will have a commercial or something. Who knows? And then again, I put out a post too on X. If you guys want to play along, go ahead. I put a little stock market Super Bowl kind of tweet together, and you guys can pick if the beer. What is it? I forgot. I have to let me read it. Hold on. While I'm here, I might as well look at it real quick for you, and I'll tell you exactly what it says instead of me trying to remember, because I have no idea what I even said. But here you go. I'll tell you real quick. Ready? I said Super Bowl isn't just a game. It's a market sentiment machine. Let's see what the crowd thinks. Will DraftKings close up Monday after the Super Bowl betting surge? Up, down, or flat? Bud, what post-game stock reaction? Is that up, down, or flat? So there's your betting one, your beer. And I thought I had the dollar sign. And then the big tech Super Bowl ad spend. It will Google and Meta Vibes be on Monday? Will they be up or down or flat? And then, of course, our consumer strength signal, bullish for markets this week, yes or no? And then the market care more about the game, the ads, the bets, or none of it. So, yeah, share your answers, guys. You guys can play along. And I tweeted that out there this morning, so you guys can have fun with that. Let us know what you think. And there you are. And let's keep on cruising right through. We're doing our Joe Lee's jams right here, and that was Symbiotic. And let's cruise right through our laptop travel list. There's a bunch of them, but we'll just fly through. As a matter of fact, I was going to look at a couple penny ones real quick, like this JTAI. This one's getting set up right here. MOBX was running last week, still looking pretty good right there. Data Volts go. Oh, look, I told you Data Volt was about to run, guys. That one just blast. I didn't even notice it Friday, to be honest with you. That was getting set up. And there you go. How about Beyond right here? Someone had recently just asked about that, and I did see it was up Friday. A lot of things were. It looks like it's been taking a beating right there. So Beyond Meat could get cruising and turn around right there. And then your AMPX right here, not looking too bad. That was running up, and that looks like it wants to roll off that MACD and get cruising there. And what about Circle Internet Group? And that one looks like it's kind of bottoming out. And we know that Kathy Wood was buying that. Robin Hood and all these guys the other day, and they did dip down a little more. She could have had a better opportunity, but they are bouncing back up. They're not looking bad, but again, we still have to see what they're up to right there. Let's go through our laptop travel list real quick, and then we'll see what's happening with our Spy Mag 7 and them guys, and then we'll get into some fun prop bets over here. And you guys tell me, what do you think's the first song today? Is it going to be Titty Me Pregunto or DTMF right there? So you guys let me know. And yeah, we'll play a little Polly Doug. Love the Polly Doug. And that's that little tweet right there. So you guys can figure out what's going on, and a little help from Luis Rodriguez. Appreciate that. And that was his idea. I'm not going to lie. It was a great idea. And so, yeah, I posted it out there, and you guys can play along for sure. So there you go. And that's a fun one. Is like I said, if Budweiser's going to be up, and if DraftKings and stuff like that. So yeah, a little see if the Super Bowl reacts with the market as well. So not only can you pick out some prop bets right here, which we're going to do shortly, you can also pick out some stock prop bets too. So a little bit of fun there each way. Even Robinhood and Coinbase, guys, because Coinbase has the markets that you can trade and do that stuff and bet. So that's going to be interesting too. I could have popped them on there as well. But anyway, there's Robinhood bouncing back up. Coinbase looking pretty good as well as crypto is bouncing back up. And Webull was jumping right back up. And maybe that gets blasting off. Look at that. Can you imagine if it gets running back up to that 1249 right there? That would be real nice because it looks like it kind of wants to. So there you go. With BULL and space right here was up a little bit. And that looks like it's trying to bottom out. So like I said, if nothing geopolitically crazy happens or nothing crazy happens in the world and everywhere else, then I would say it's going to open pretty green tomorrow is what it looks like. People will be excited after the Super Bowl, I'm sure. I'm guessing as long as nothing crazy happens over there. And Boeing right here was going up as well, and nothing's happened in Iran so far, not that I know of. DJT trying to bottom out. It looks like a DJT could make a base and even go a little lower, but we'd have to look at that again in the morning. Nike right there trying to run up. That's in a good spot. That looks like it wants to run. And McDonald's, look at that thing blasting off. So you might get a little more out of McDonald's, and Nike might start to move right there. Lulu is looking good too. I know that. And that's a good setup right there, guys. So I know we like Lulu sometimes. It likes to run. And there you go. Not necessarily do I like the apparel, but the stock chart's pretty fun to trade right there for Lulu, and that is what Lululemon or something it's called, whatever the heck it's called. And Nike, McDonald's looking pretty decent. Your Disney jumping back up there. Luis Rodriguez looking really good. We talked about Oxy looking good earlier, and it does. And ExxonMobil looking good as well. CVX2, Chevron, and all them guys like your Gush. Look, going up your oil and gas 2-time right there. And your DXYZ right here, SpaceX one, and that one's going to get curled up right there. So there you go. And let's go ahead and see what else is going on, what you guys want to look at. And then we'll have some fun with some prop bets over here. And see what the the Super Bowl has to offer. And the supermarket, too. What are you guys making for the Super Bowl? I was going to mention the food, too. So I guess that's why I said supermarket. It just kind of came out when I was going to say Super Bowl. But anyway, supermarket too. We'll talk about that. What food items are you guys making? Obviously, everyone always likes their wings and their buffalo chicken dip's always a good one. The wings are always good. You always have pizzas and stuff. What else is everybody having? So let me know what you guys like for the Super Bowl, nachos and all that good stuff, salsa and chips and whatever else you guys always love. So let us know. And here we go. Let me go through and see what Luis Rodriguez said. He's the only one on YouTube. I'm telling you, everyone's on X, Luis Rodriguez. They're all hanging out on X today, it looks like, and that's cool. And I appreciate everybody tuning in for our little tailgate party prop bets. We're just cruising through the market, seeing what's going on. Again, we're going to hit the SPY to Mag 7 real quick, see how it ended on Friday, what it looks like. I can already tell you everything looks good going into tomorrow, except for Google and Amazon and Meta were down a little bit. But again, we'll see how they react after the Super Bowl. They could bounce back up. So we will see exactly what happens. And let's show something leaves for Disney on Thursday with the girls. Oh, there you go. And guys, I usually every year, this is the week that I would always go to Breckenridge. It would always be the day after Super Bowl. Don't ask me why. Look at Breckenridge. I bet I didn't look. I'm telling you, for whatever reason, this week always would snow there. I don't know why. I swear, like probably 5 years in a row, I went in there. They don't have any snow coming in right now. As a matter of fact, it's pretty funny. I have it on the map right there. And yeah, I would say like 5 years in a row, I got just straight snowstorms that week. It was crazy. And some of them were just like literally it snowed. I remember the one, it was snowing like an inch an hour the entire day for 24 hours. They just got blasted. They got like 2 feet of snow. And I think they got over 2 feet that day. And yeah, there was so much powder. You don't realize how hard it is to ride. I mean, fresh powder is amazing, but when it's coming down like that, it like literally will cover your board or your skis or whatever. And holy cow! And I told you I used to be hardcore. I'd go first lift, last lift, and literally the ski patrol would be kicking me off the mountain. I'd make sure I got the last lift up and then come down, and ski patrol would be coming behind you and like, yo, you got to get out of here. And you'd be like, all right, cool. And then we'd leave. So yeah, we'd always be on there forever. And holy cow, that much powder, you'd be exhausted. I mean, it was so hard to ride in that thick of powder right there, just covering up your board all day. And you're just burning energy like nonstop. But it is so fun. But yeah, this week is always the week that I would go right after the Super Bowl. I'd leave like Monday morning. I would take an early flight and then get a place out on in Breckenridge. So yeah, no, I'm not doing that anymore with a brain injury. That's for damn sure. But anyway, that was always a good time. And maybe I think I'm gonna definitely take Dougie up to the mountains this year and try to get him on the skis and see if he likes to get him some lessons or something. It would be a lot of fun. We definitely had a good season for it around here, so it would be the year to actually do it, I would say. So anyway, there you go with that. And let's see what else is going on over here. Let me see what else is happening, what you guys want to look at right here. And let me see. That set list looks foreign to you? No way, Luis Rodriguez. You know, like every one of these songs, like you jamming out to TT Me Pregunto and DTMF and all them. You love them songs. They're quite impressive set lists right there. For those of you just tuning in, and look at that set list. They got one American song. Look, one song's in English. Hold on, where'd it go? I don't even. Did they take it off at 49%? Oh, 47. I like it. There you go. That he might sing that. You might know what that says. The rest of the songs that you might not know a word that he's talking about because I don't even know what they mean. And I do know some Spanish. They all look like slang words, like I said. So I have no idea. Anyway, ASML, this one likes to rip big. We know that it's an expensive one. And this light bright right here has been a light bright or bright light. This one's been ripping right there. So it isn't a good spot to try to continue its way up. PAL Industries, that one was cruising along. Saw that one. And there you go. It's your Sterling. We already talking about it. Apple Oven right here. Didn't that take a big dip? Yeah. Oh, that one's getting set back up. Check out Apple Oven right here, guys. APP after that huge dip. That's what you look for. Huntington Ingalls was running up, and Northrop Grumman was running up as well. LMT right there was also running up. So there you go with some of the aerospace and defense, but not a crazy look to me, like something's jumping out. So JNUG looks a little bit better, but again, doesn't necessarily have to get moving there. So just be careful with gold and silver. They do look a lot better Friday, but is it a fake out move? I'm not sure, guys. It's a weird market, and I still have my red flag out there. So just be careful. Bitcoin is still up in the 70,000 range, so that is a good sign. And MicroStrategy was bouncing back up, and there you go. Even Lucid and Marvel were bouncing up, and Kathy Wood was is winking at looking. She was winking at me for mocking her about her coin and hood. You're not kidding, huh? Well, she could have got a little cheaper, but she still got it. Well, she got in here, didn't she, Luis Rodriguez? So Coinbase, she's still down on. And let's see, for Robinhood jumped up pretty good because she got in the other day. It dipped down like 2 days. She's like in up here. So she could have let it dip down a little bit more there, Luis Rodriguez. And I said it them days. I said, I don't know why she's jumping in right here. That's not the bottom yet. Now I could see, and even jumping in right here on the way back up, still would have been a better opportunity than where she got in. So I don't know, Luis Rodriguez. I think we might be winking at her right back and laughing. Not laughing, but just saying she could have been a little bit more patient. I think she jumped the gun. Could have got a little better of an opportunity again. She's going long, so it's not the end of the world. But she could have. I just sometimes don't understand when she purchases them. She thought, obviously, she liked it down there in the bottom. She has to fill out all that SEC work, too, so that could take a day or whatever. That could mess it up a day or two. So I'm not exactly sure as far as that, but that does look like the bottom there. I'll give her that one, but some of her calls I don't always understand them. Let's put it that way. And that was still pulling back there when she was buying it, and that's what I'd pointed out. But yeah, I think she's pretty safe now. Applied was going up there, APLD looking pretty good. We were just talking about Circle, should be circling back up. And Rocket Lab we talked about earlier, and that didn't look too bad. We had called that one going down. I don't know. It still doesn't have like that crazy look like it wants to go up just yet, Luis Rodriguez. But that a dog right here has some good support, and the whole market looks a little weird still. And your Bread Financial Holdings, that thing's just been an animal right there. I mean, holy cow, that thing's going to continue going up. And your Toyota Motors been pretty strong. They did well in their earnings. It looks like. When were their earnings? The 6th, so they were Friday. I don't even remember. Oh, they reported before the market opened, didn't they? I think you had mentioned that. But anyway, excuse me, there's your Toyota Motor right there. And let's see what else is going on over here. And we were talking about the set list and what else is happening. Let me see, Luis Rodriguez. What else are you mentioning over here? Me and you having a conversation amongst ourselves. And we were talking about Lucid. I was talking about that. I went to the car show and I was saying how quick they are. Holy cow, guys. Them Lucid cars and the SUV are super fast. I mean, they outperformed every gas and every other car. Maybe they weren't gas modeled things out there. Maybe they were all EVs. Now that I think about it, I'm not even sure because the Tesla Cybertruck obviously is. Yeah, I'm not even sure. I wasn't even really paying attention, to be completely honest, what vehicles they were. I just know the Lucid was so much faster than everything else, and I know how fast a car can go just by looking at it. And that thing was outperforming, like I said, a luxury gas car because my wife has one, and the thing would have smoked it. I mean, the thing was quick as hell. I'm not gonna lie, it was crazy. So anyway. Luis Rodriguez said he'll be watching the halftime show at Greek Moonshine in hand, and his mother-in-law and I watched the game together and partake in Greek small plate dishes and moonshine. You do it every year. That's pretty cool, Luis Rodriguez. That sounds fun. And we were talking about Joseph Levy's having big surgery this week on tomorrow, so we were thinking about him, and fun was looking good. Adobe's getting close to a black hole. I was saying it got into the dungeon right there. It sure did. As a matter of fact, Adobe, because it went into the basement down here and then it really went into the dungeon. And yeah, Luis Rodriguez, I think the next stop is the black hole right there. It may just fall off the planet. So there you go with Adobe. But we look for them bottoms right there and try to find them every time. Hind right here. This one was running up. I saw this one get mentioned the other day. A biotech. I'm not sure what the heck they did, but they must have done something. And that Poet, you do look at this Poet Technologies. That looks like it's setting up too, Luis Rodriguez. Another good one. Like that app loving getting set up right there. ASST at reverse split and clean spark. We'll look at that in a second. Oh, yeah, we're going to look at the Mag 7 of them. I'll go through these real quick. And there you go. I just there you are. So, and then she bought Tesla on Friday after selling several weeks ago for Kathy Wood right there. So there you go with that. Well, that was a pretty good buy then. And Friday, well, yeah, it does look like it's pretty good right there. So pretty good for that. Let's go ahead. Our SPY did close up, obviously, and your Qs did too, and they were ripping along. And your SPY looks a lot better than your Qs at the moment. You had a couple mega caps that were down, and you can see it was Meta, Google, and Amazon. So they might have been dragging it down. Let's take a look. IWM was ripping along there and went straight up and looks really good, guys. I think IWM could be a good play, could continue up tomorrow. It looks like it wants to right there. And let's see what our Apple is doing right here. That was going back up, looking pretty good. Remember, I was saying it was looking pretty good right there. So we should be looking at Apple and see what that's up to. And Amazon right here was dipping down, like I said, but that looks like it could try to bottom out, but it'll have to base out, I would think, before it starts really pulling back up. Google was dipping down Thursday and not so well on Friday. It doesn't look perfect right there, let's put it that way. And Meta was dipping down a little bit, and that one could try to bounce off the 20. They have been trying to in the 50 right there. So I would look for that, and we'll see if Meta has anything going on in the Super Bowl. Who knows? Maybe they'll have a commercial or something. I have no idea. And let's see what else is going on over here. with our Mag 7 and these guys, Meta, Microsoft right there, MSFT, and that one has been beaten down right there. And maybe trying again, we'll look at these tomorrow and see if they look a little bit better. The video looks pretty good right there. It was running up, and we were just talking about Tesla running back up, looking a lot better right there. AMC looks pretty good, and GameStop not so bad. So definitely keep an eye on them. GameStop looks like it is trying to go up some more. And remember, I said AMC might run. Maybe these meme stocks do want to get cruising here. Unity's running up. That's looking way better. And Chewy looks way better. So I think, guys, Chewy and Unity might be good ones right there, too, because they've been beaten down. And Netflix right here does look a lot better, Cadence. So you were asking about that one. And it does look a little bit better right there. So I do like that look. AVGO, our semiconductor, trying to pop up. Looks way better right there. And MU, we know, is ripping back up. And that could be a great opportunity. You know, we've been trading that in the Discord a lot, actually, and TSM going up. And let's see what SMCI is up to right here. At the moment, our super micro. Wow, look at that look. That looks like it's going to continue up there tomorrow. And again, Barry, nothing crazy happens geopolitically or nothing at the Super Bowl wild happens that's going to be bad. I think that the market's going to end up being green tomorrow morning. So that's what it looks like at the moment. Things are looking pretty good. AMD was climbing back up. That looks like it should get set back up to run up. QCOM as well should get set back up after that big dip into the basement. And Snow is going back up, and that was been coming down, and now it's trying to rebound back up now. So Snow looking a little bit better. And let's cruise right through the rest of these. PayPal had been getting beaten down right there. It's still in the basement right there. I don't even know about PayPal. I guess we'll have to keep an eye on it because it will curl up and be a great opportunity. After being beat down that much, Intel looking really good right there. Keep an eye on that one. That one could continue to cruise, I must say. And let's see our Dell. I was saying that Dell's been getting set up. And look at Dell ripping up there. I think Dell gets moving too, guys. So definitely keep an eye on that one. And IBM as well right there. So it does look like these technology ones, they want to get cruising. Palantir, it's trying to keep itself up there. It's been dipping down. Sophie looks like it's trying to rebound real quick right there. Google's airing a 60-second Super Bowl commercial focused on how Gemini assists users in everyday life. That'll be a good one right there. So there you go. And again, I did put the Polydug tweet out so you guys can play along and see our stock market Super Bowl bets like DraftKings and what the other ones are going to do, Budweiser's and things of that nature. So definitely look out for that and play along. You guys can answer and respond. And Sophie right here, like I said, trying to rebound. And Marin Riot looking a little better, obviously, after that, after Bitcoin was getting destroyed and popped back up, and Clean Spark right there, not so bad. So there you are with your crypto ones. And then we did look at MicroStrategy, or we looked at Hood, Coin, and Bull already. Bull looks really good right there. The other ones are up. Space and Boeing, all these. Did we already look at all these? Did we go through the whole list? I don't even know what the heck we looked at, but there you go. That's all of them. I know we looked at like DJT and Nike. I was looking at some of them. Did I look at them all? I don't even know, but Nike wasn't looking too bad right there. And I don't remember going through the top of the list, so I don't know what the heck I even did. Did I go through the laptop travel list? I don't even know what I did, guys. I'm just sitting here going through things. I have no idea what was going on here. In our Super Bowl party, you might think I'm drinking vodka, or I just have water, I swear. It still has my lemon and my salt. I'm still drinking that, guys. I like it with the fresh lemon juice and the what salt is that? The Himalayan salt, the pink Himalayan salt, a pinch of that, and fresh lemon juice squeezed in. I am still drinking that right there. It's delicious. Anyway, I don't think I did the laptop travel list. I have no idea. I'll run through them real quick. I'll bring them up on here. You guys can take a look at them. Here's your AUTL. Now that looks pretty good going into tomorrow. AUNA. That doesn't look too bad. And BMEA. That looks pretty curled up right there. So you probably got a lot of good looks right here. EOLS. So I posted them out. You guys can kind of take a quick look at them. GTIM, GTIM right there, trying to move. And let's see what helps up to right there. It's going to need a little help. and then it'll get cruising. HNST, Honest Company. That's like a T. No, isn't that a T company? Maybe, I don't know, but that's getting set up right there, to be honest. And Huma right here is a Huma site or something. I don't know about that one right there. I'd have to look at it. HTLM. Let's see. Homes to Life right there, just kind of bouncing around in IMUX. Let's see what that's up to. That's just kind of bouncing around as well. Has some resistance above it, but trying to get set up. You can see it happening. And let me see what LFMD. Good thing he puts them in alphabetical order. I wouldn't even know where I was. Life MD right here. I need some Life MD right now, I think. Anyway, Life MD, that looks like it's curling up. And Rhyme right now I saw that Friday running up there, as a matter of fact, in RNAC, although a lot of them are running up on Friday RNAC. Bouncing up a little bit, nothing real crazy. Repay holdings right there, nothing real crazy. It is trying to curl up in the Sight Sciences. That will get set up. Look how bullish it's getting. It's just dipped down. So that, it's a good opportunity down there. SSTI, I think. Yeah, Sound Thinking. And that could get cruising. It's getting set up anyway. It's got to get through that MACD right there. And SVCO it is. Silvaco, that's it. That's going to start running that software company. That's a small one right there. And TCRX, T-Scan Therapeutics, that was popping up on Friday. And what does this say? Oh, I was going to say, there's no turd. TVRD, that's definitely one. Tavardi Therapeutics, look at that thing. That one's been beat down there for a long time, as a matter of fact. So you can take a look at that. And WAI right there is kind of hanging out. A small cap China one. That is your top king win. And we'll see who our top king win's going to be today in the Super Bowl. It looks like it's going to be Seattle, according to Poly Market right there. And that's what it looks like. So that's what the market looks like going into tomorrow. Let's look at some prop bets and have a little bit of fun with the Super Bowl here. We've already been having some fun with our set list, guys. I mean, holy cow, look at this thing. We have Bad Bunnies playing today, and it looks like your DTMF right now, Luis Rodriguez, your favorite song, DTMF, is the #1 song, and then Titty Me Pregunto is #2 song going to be played, and then Bale Inevitable or something like that could be #3, and Nuveal is #4, and Ducati could be there somewheres, and Safara and Calita. Is that like a street, a small street? A Cali, isn't that a street? Something like that. And then I Like It, guys. I can read that one. There you go. I'm surprised it just doesn't say Me Gusta. Anyway, again, these all look like slang words to me. La Mudanza and Ojitos Lindos. That's something pretty right there. Beautiful something. Me Puerto Bonito, another beautiful something. And Mia and La Cancun, I think, is what it says. And times 100 TO. I have no idea what that is. Effecto. Yon Agami. What? Yona. Yonaguni. Yonaguni, maybe? I don't know. Perro Negro. There's a black dog right there. I know what that means. Perro Negro. And there you go. No Me Canoso remix. And there you are. And Neverita and La Jumpa. He didn't know how to say jump in Spanish, so he's like, just make it La Jumpa. Who cares? Whatever. They don't know either. They're not going to know what I'm talking about. Te Bote and La Santa right there. There you go, guys. That's the set list for the Super Bowl today. It is, what is this, the 60th Super Bowl? They'll never forget that the whole thing was in Spanish. It's so crazy. I mean, that's the most bizarre set list I had ever seen in my life. I mean, it looks like you're going to a Spanish festival, to be completely honest with you. If you are like, oh, these are the songs you're going to hear at the Super Bowl, you'd be like, what is going on? I mean, what Super Bowl are we going to? Is this in the U.S. or are we going to the Mexican one? And so yeah, all the songs are in Spanish. The whole thing's going to be in Spanish, and that's what your Super Bowl halftime show is, guys. So enjoy it. Get ready to have a lot of fun with that. Let's see what's up with these things right here. I posted out one of these bad boys earlier, and you guys can take a look and see what's going on. And let me grab my prop bet sheet out. I think I printed one. I did print one of these guys. I was going to mark it out as I went through. So let's see. It says the name, points, and tiebreaker. I guess that's my name, points, total points, and tiebreaker, total points. I don't even know what they're asking there. Anyway, let's go through. What's it going to be? Heads or tails? 50-50, right? So you pick. What do you like? Heads or tails right there? I'm picking heads. Let's go heads. We'll go through them and pick them out. Coin toss winner decision. They're going to receive or they're going to defend and kick it. They're going to defend and kick it so that they get the ball in the second half, I think. How long's that national anthem going to be? I don't even know who's singing. Who's singing the national anthem? I don't even know. Is it even in English? That should be a question. I don't even know. So anyway, is the national anthem going to be under 2 minutes or over 2 minutes right there? I say we're going with the under. Let's go under. I don't even know who's singing it, but we're going under. Anthem singer forgets or flubs the lyrics. I say no for that one. I don't think that's going to happen. And the Super Bowl winner, well, it looks like Seattle, so I think we have to write that, even though we're hoping for the Patriots there, but I think it's going to be a Seattle. The winning margin, is it going to be a close game, 1-6, or is it going to be a touchdown? The 12 points, or is it going to be more like 13-18 or 19 plus? What do you guys think? Let me know. We'll finish that one at the end. You guys tell me what you guys think on some of these too, guys. So I know not too many people chime in here on the StreamYard and on the streams and stuff, everybody, and let me know what you guys think. We're going through some prop bets. We're talking about the Super Bowl, good old Bad Bunny, everything else going on today. The entire song list is in Spanish, and our first song is going to be DTMF, and our second song is Titty Me Pregunto. So get ready, guys. We have to be prepared for this great Super Bowl right here. Seattle, New England. Let's see. Let me know what you guys think. Total points scored under 45, 45-50, 51-56, or over 56. Let's say. Is it going to be a close game? I think they're going to get into the 20s. I think they're going to each have like 3 touchdowns. Let's put it that way. Is it going to be under? Let's go at 45-50. How about that? Does that sound good to everybody? 45-50. The game does not go to overtime. I don't think it's going to overtime. So if we think that it's going to be that, the winning margin, let's see. So we have that. I think the winning margin's probably going to be close, but it could be a touchdown. And let's see. Charlie Puth is singing the national anthem. He's from New Jersey. Who the hell is he? I don't even know who he is. And this is on the 250th centennial anniversary of our country. Holy cow, that's so crazy. And this year's broadcast is being called by AI Super Bowl, called the AI Super Bowl. They should just have the announcers as like AI bots and just make it AI for sure to make it good stuff. So yeah, no overtime. I don't think so. What's the highest scoring quarter? The first, second, or third, or fourth quarter? That's interesting right there. I'm going to say the third quarter. It gets a little wild. What about that? And MVP. Who's the MVP? Well, Seattle looks like they're going to win. Who's the Seattle quarterback? I'm not even sure. Actually, I don't even know if it'll be him. I think it'll be their running back. It could possibly be, to be honest, which I forget their names. I meant to jot them down. I never wrote them down. So Louis Rodriguez, let me know what the Seattle's guys, their star guys' names are. I forget what they are, to be honest with you. I have them somewhere. I have them somewhere over here. I just don't know where I put them. I have a bunch of them over here. They're on one of these sheets. I know that. It said it on one of these. I printed out a couple of them. Hold on. I forget. Anyway, who cares? We'll come back to that one at the end. Super Bowl MVP position. Like I said, it could be their running back for Seattle. So we'll have to see. Or their wide receiver. I don't know. I forget who's. I don't know. It's usually a quarterback, though, but it could be a wide receiver in this case, to be honest with you. Bad Bunny. Yeah, you're right. I think MVP could be Bad Bunny. He is singing Titty Pregunta. What the heck is the song called? I forgot it already. Titty Me Pregunta. He's going to win the MVP for singing that song right there. That's for sure. And so let's get back to this. Let me see. We'll come back to that one right there. Okay, so we got to come back to I think the winning margin is 7-12. Let's put it that way. And Josh Darnold, yeah, that's the quarterback. I don't know if he's going to win the MVP. Who's their wide receiver? That's really good. He has like a long name or something, right? His last name. Anyway, first touchdown scorer, the player. I don't know who's going to score the first touchdown. I'm never good at that. Do they pass it or rush it in, or is it a defensive touchdown? We'll go to these ones. I never like to fill them in. I like when they're just like ask me like yes or no or something. It's way easier than trying to pick a guy. I don't even know the people's names, so that it makes it a little tough. So anyway, let's see this. First touchdown method, we could do that. I think it's going to be a pass. So we're writing down pass. So I would say it's going to be a pass. Any defensive special teams touchdowns in this game? That's an interesting one. Any kick returns or anything? No, because you know what? I don't think they're going to get a punt return. And the kick returns are really weird anymore. So I don't think that's going to happen right there. And Josh Donald's grandfather, or whatever, Darnold was the original Marlboro Man. Well, that's interesting. But he's a singer. I don't even know. I don't know who he is. Where do they get these people at for the Super Bowl this year? I have no idea. All right. Well, first song performed, guys. You know that we like this one. I mean, we've been talking about this one all morning. So I think we're gonna have to answer this. Do we go with DTMF or Titty Me Pregunto, guys? I don't know which one we going with here. DTMF. I kind of like the DTMF. I think it's shorter, right? I'm going to go DTMF. It's a lot shorter to write than Titty Me Pregunto. And so there you go. That's his first song right there. Number of songs performed. How about none? But under 6. I have a feeling this dude's going to do like 6 to 8 or something crazy. He's going to be out there forever. And he saw these Spanish songs and stuff. He could be jumping around. Let's see the set. He might do this entire set list right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're going more than 8. I'm not going to lie. I think he might go crazy out there, guys, with all these songs. So I'm just going to go high on that one and say he's going over 8 on that one right there. And DTMF, then Titty Me Pregunta is going to be the lineup. Let's see, what else do we have here? Where are we? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Let me see. A surprise guest appearance. I think they're talking about like Ricky Martin or something. I don't. They always have a surprise guest appearance. I'll have to say yes. They're gonna have a surprise guest appearance. I mean, can Bad Bunny really do the NFL Super Bowl halftime show by himself? I don't really know. And so yeah, I have no idea, and we'll see. But I think he's gonna have to have somebody come in with him. Does he have a wardrobe change during the show? Do we even care? Well, I say no, just because nobody cares if he changes his clothes. How about that? So let's just say no with that. I mean, nobody's going to be able to understand what he's talking about, let alone if he changes his clothes. Is that going to really matter? So yeah, I'm not so sure that matters. So first commercial category: is it beer? Is it auto, tech, food, or other? Oh, other could pick a lot. I don't think they'll do a beer one first, although they could. Oh man, that's a tough one. Where the hell did that question come from? Is a celebrity in the first commercial? Let's go back to the first one. What do you guys want to pick for this one? Let me know. Celebrity in first commercial. I'll say yes, just because there's celebrities in like every commercial now. And I guess anybody with notoriety could be a celebrity now, because they could pick like TikTok people, and anybody at this point, they're all celebrities, I guess, right? So who the heck knows? I guess you got to say yes. Movie trailer shown before halftime. Oh, that's a good one. I say yes, because they get like to milk that money out, and that's a good payday. Let's go with beer, auto, tech. Let's go tech. We'll just make it up and say tech is going to be the first commercial right there. And the announcers mentioned Taylor Swift. Well, that's interesting because she's not playing. And I know Drake May's quarterback for Patriots that I'm rooting for. And yeah, that's who I'm hoping that gets the win and is the MVP, to be honest with you, Luis Rodriguez. But again, I'm just going by the by Poly Market and the betting and everything else. So I'm just trying to go with that. Do the announcers mention Taylor Swift? That's an interesting one, to be honest with you, because obviously Travis Kelsey is not playing in the Super Bowl. They could be there, and I don't. That's like a coin flip one. That's a hard one to even. Let's just say yes. They might mention her. She's such a big deal in the NFL now with Travis Kelsey. They love to mention her, and they know that a lot of fans watch the NFL now because of her. So they like to slide it in there for the biggest game. I say yes, they do. And then let's see. We're just going to skip this section because we got to have the players and everything. We're not going to do that. I have another one too that we can go through. So I have a couple of these bad boys. So we'll look at everything. And the celebration thing right here, the Gatorade shower color. Is it orange? Is it blue? Is it yellow? Is it clear? Well, the Seahawks and the Patriots are both kind of blue teams. I would go with blue. They obviously can't both wear blue. I don't even know what colors they're wearing, who's wearing white or blue or whatever they're wearing. I have no idea. I haven't seen any of the jerseys. I'm just going to go with blue. How's that? So there you go. And the first person thanked in the MVP speech, will it be God, teammates, family, coaches, or the city and fans? Well, they don't usually. They usually thank God first and foremost. I want to thank God. Then they thank their family and their teammates. Then their family. I mean, it almost breaks it down to exactly the order that they do it in. It's like although teammates and coaches and family, and then cities and fans. So I would say God might be first for that one right there. And I'm going to Disney World. Said, yes, it is, because it's a big major sponsor. I know. I used to work for the NFL, and I know how that operates. And I actually know the people that go out there that do that commercial, just that specific thing. I know the people that do that, as a matter of fact. So yes, that will be said. And I can almost guarantee it. I don't talk to the people, but that's a big deal, and it's a big sponsorship. They've been doing that forever. It's huge with Disney, and obviously 6 ABC and stuff. They all own that, ESPN. So yeah, they'll definitely do that. That's for sure. So there you are. Travis Kelsey has been spotted in the Bay Area for the Super Bowl week events, but Towers kept a very low profile, Luis Rodriguez said. So there you go. And again, just the fact that Travis Kelsey will be there, they will mention Taylor Swift. So I do agree that they'll probably mention her, and she's just they just like to put her name out there because she draws such a big so many people. So anyway, I got a couple more of these. Let's look at them and see what this one was saying over here. If this one's different. Length of the national anthem, where he did the coin toss, we did the game winner, game total. Over or under 45. Now that's a little bit easier. Let's see. What was the last one at? Because I forget what that even said. What do we pick? No, we can't just go all crazy and say, oh, I said 45 to 50. And this says over 45. Oh, man, that makes it tough, because now this one says 45 to 50. That gives us that half a point. You know it's going to be right there, guys. That's where your score is. It's right there, 45 and a half right there. So I kind of had it. I have total points scored. 45 to 50 is what I said. Is it over, or I say it's over? It's going over that 45.50. So 45.5, I mean. So over. That's what I think on that one right there. Let's see. First offensive play of the game. Is it a rushing attempt or a pass? I think it's a pass, a rushing attempt. Oh, you can do this. Look at that. What do we say the national anthem was? I forget. Where did we write that down? I don't even remember. I forget. I forget what we said that was going to be. I wrote them down. I don't even see what I wrote. Jesus Christmas. Coin toss. National anthem. Oh, under. We said under over there, so we got to go under. Under there, we went head Seahawks. All right, we'll just do this, and you guys can see. Will there be a scoreless quarter? I don't think there will. I think there'll be scores in every quarter, even just a field goal. Team to score first, that's an interesting one. I think it might be the Patriots right there, to be honest with you. So we'll see the first team to call a timeout. Let's go Patriots right there. And the first accepted penalty will be against, I'll go Seahawks. These are just guesses. I mean, how the heck do you even know any of this stuff? I don't think there's going to be an overtime. Will a team score 3 consecutive times, not including PATs? I don't think that's going to happen. Sam Darnold passing attempts, and there you go. He is it is Sam, not Josh. I think I said Josh earlier. Sam is this quarterback for the Seahawks, over 230, and then Drake May is over 220. That's interesting. I think they both kind of go over. I'm going both of them over. Here's the receivers. That's the dude I was thinking of, Jackson Smith. He might be the MVP right there, to be honest with you. That dude right there. That's the guy I was thinking. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. Over 93. I think so. I think he might have a good game right there. Steven Diggs and then Kenneth Walker. How many rushing yards? Man, I don't know. I think I have no idea for any of these. I'll just go. Ready? Receiving yards over 43. I think it's going to be I'm going to go under. I think it might be a good passing game here. Team with the longest successful field goal. Wow. I think the Seahawks are going to nail that one. And let's see the length of the longest touchdown in yards, over or under 36.5. We're going to go over because there's going to be a lot of passing. Team with the longest touchdown, I think, could be the Seahawks. And the total game score, is it going to be odd or even? That's an interesting one right there. First offensive play, Ice Agents accosting Bad Bunny. Yeah, that should be one of the things. Do Ice Agents bust in on the halftime show? And then the songs won't go so long, that's for sure. That would be an interesting one. And let's see, Darnold can really throw it deep. Yeah, he does. He certainly does. And that dude's good too. And the total game score, 45.5. Let's go odd right there. How about that? And the highest scoring half, I think it's going to be the second half. And the total number of touchdowns in the game, over 5. I do think 3-3. I think it is over there. How do you do 5.5 touchdowns? There you go. That's how they get you. Anyway, will there be a missed PAT or a 2-point attempt? Well, there could be a 2-point attempt. So I'm going to have to say yes, because I think there could be a 2-point attempt there. This is orange, water, or clear. Any other color, we're going blue. Position of this, any other position, not the quarterbacks there. I think it's going to be the receiver, dude. And there you go for them guys. How about that for a little prop bet, guys? And there we filled out this one right here. And I don't know. I couldn't fill out these ones. I jotted them ones down right here. So I did keep track of it. And we'll see how we do it. I'll leave this on here. I won't actually. Total score, what do we say? It's going to be over 45.5 right there is what it looks like. We're going 47. How about that? That's our total score. And I don't know if I wrote points, but total points 47 right there. That's what we're writing. How about that? And yeah, there you go, everybody. I would say that's pretty cool. And there's some good prop bets. Anyone else have any good prop bets? Let me see. There's another one that I saw. That one. Oh, I had this one. Let me see if there's anything else cool on these sheets right here. Length of the national anthem, Charlie Puth. And this one has 120.5 seconds. So you know he's going to be right around 2 minutes, guys. It's so crazy how accurate these things are. I love to look at them because it's like they tell you what it's going to be almost. It's pretty wild, to be honest with you. It's kind of crazy. Heads or tails, Seahawks, or will any player be shown crying during the anthem? That's a good possibility, yes. The first team to score, what do we say over here? Oh, man, I have to stick with it. First team to score was the Patriots. I thought we said that. Hold on. Patriots right there. First score of the game, touchdown, field goal, or safety. I think it'll be a touchdown. I think it's going for a pass. Will there be a score in the first 6.5 minutes? Yes or no? I think so. I think this is going to be a pretty wild game out there. I don't know why I just do first touchdown score jersey number. Over, under 24.5. I'm going to say over. I think it's a receiver right there. So I'm going to say over. Will there be a successful 2-point conversion? I think there will be an attempt. I don't know if it's going to be successful or not. What do you guys think? Oh, that's a close one. I say no. I'm going no with that. How about that? Total sacks by both teams, over or under 4.5. I'm going under right there. I'm going under 4.5. I think it'll be 4. I think they might both get 2. I don't think it's going to go to 5. Total interceptions thrown between Darnold and May, over or under 1.5. Oh, man, I think you could see 2. I'm going to say over right there. Will a Philly special or a trick play happen? I say yes right here. I think they're going to pull off something. And here we go. The Apple Music halftime show is good old Bad Bunny first song. This has um Monaco, Titty Me Pregunto, or Ducati. It doesn't even have our favorite one, which was what? DTMF. Oh man, I don't know. According to this, it would have to be Titty Me Pregunto, and they don't even have the other one on there. That's pretty wild right there. We got to see, what are these things. 97. Yeah, you know what? Look, this one's 97. It's jumping up. It looks like everyone wants DTMF and then Titty Me Pregunto. But that's not the name of the song, because there's another one called Ducati, right? Or is that the name of, is that no, yeah, look, that one. I don't think that, I mean, out of these choices, I would say it's going to be Titty Me Pregunto, but I think it's going to be DTMF right there, according to Polymarket. So anyway, we'll change that. Total number of outfit changes. Over under 2.5. Oh man, that means he's definitely changing his outfit, guys. So we got that one wrong completely earlier. I said he wasn't going to change his outfit. This is saying over or under 2.5. I mean, I'm going to say under, but I'm going to say that he's going to change his outfit. We might have to change that one. Will there be a special guest performer? Yeah, there has to be. Will Bad Bunny wear sunglasses for the entire first song? Of course he will. I don't know why he wouldn't. I mean, why would you not? But anyway, uh, Titty Me is a break. That's what it's called. A Titty Me, a break. Titty Me a break, he said, Luis Rodriguez. The first beer brand commercial, is it Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, or Coors? It's Bud Light, right? I'd say. And will a movie trailer for Marvel DC film air? I think it will. I don't know if it'll be for Marvel or DC, but I think a movie trailer is going to air. So I don't know. That's pretty specific, but I think they'll definitely have a movie trailer. How many times will the Dynasty or Tom Brady be mentioned over or under 1.5? Yeah, the Patriots and that, they'll definitely have to mention that. Tom Brady will be in the house. I say 1. I'm going under. I think they mention it once. First celebrity seen in a commercial, I have no idea. We'll write 50 Cent. I know he did a commercial for somebody, DoorDash or something, and it was pretty fun. It was the only commercial I think I saw for the Super Bowl. I just wrote 50 Cent. Color the Gatorade shower, right in blue. Super Bowl MVP position. We're going to go any other position, not the quarterback. I think it might be a wide receiver. And who will win the MVP? Thank God first. And the total points scored between the two teams. What the heck did we even say? 47 right there. There we go. And I'd say we got to all the prop bets, because I think we're going kind of over them all a second time right there. So how about that, everybody? And you're even less impressed with Bad Bunny's attire than you are with his music. I think it's going to be a disaster, but I can't wait to see this. I'm telling you guys, it'll be the most watched, most fascinating in the Super Bowl show if Ice breaks in and takes this guy out. It'll break every single record on YouTube and everything else. Absolutely. Is it going to happen? I have no idea, but it is going to be fascinating. So I doubt it. I couldn't imagine Trump that he hates the NFL. It would be funny. I just don't see him doing it. But it would be a fascinating thing, that's for sure. Let's see what our news stories say. Investors chase cheaper, smaller companies as risk aversions hits tech sectors. The White House says it wants a strong U.S. dollar. Investors are still keeping their distance. Software stocks have been crushed. Here's how to play the sector as the dust settles. That's what we were just talking about. Basically, we're going to catch these bad boys at the bottom. Just listen to the show. That's all you got to do. We catch them all at the bottom anyway. The Dow closed about 50,000 as stocks rebound from that tech sell-off, and the Dow surges 1,200 points for the first close about above 50,000 in a sharp rebound from a tech rout. And that's what your news stories say right there. There's a movie trailer for the new Star Wars Mando something movie, something like that, Luis Rodriguez is saying. So there you go with that. What's the first penalty? That's a good one, Luis Rodriguez. Is it holding? First penalty. That's a good one. They should have that on there, huh? First penalty. That's right. First penalty. Holding. I don't know. That's always a good one. I'd say it's holding. And first team to fumble. That's a pretty good one. Good. Is the Tiger King watching the Super Bowl? I'd assume that they watch it in the prisons. They have a TV, and I'm guessing that the guys put it on. I don't know if he watches it, but they do. I would assume they do. Let's put it that way. And yeah, I'm rooting for New England, guys. So let's go New England. And but it doesn't look like they're supposed to win here because it looks like Seattle's taking the cake with 68%. I mean, that's pretty good odds right there for them. And let me see. The first team to fumble. Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. I don't know if we see a fumble in the game, Luis Rodriguez. That's the thing. I don't think we see. How about no fumble? No fumbles. I think we see picks, no fumbles. So I think we're going to see some passing in this game for some reason. And the first penalty said holding. And let's see. And movie trailers and all that good stuff. So there you go, everybody. How about that fun little time? A little tailgate party for the Super Bowl, and we didn't talk about any of the food dishes and what's the most popular things that people are going to eat. I'm not exactly sure. I should chat GPT it real quick. I will. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to ask most popular Super Bowl dishes, Super Bowl food items, and let's go through them real quick. Let's see. Let me see. So, of course, we have our buffalo chicken wings and our pizza and chips and dip. We already mentioned all that. Nachos and sliders and mini sandwiches are always good. Little bite-sized burgers and Hawaiian roll sliders and things of that nature. They're always good. And let's see what else. And, of course, our buffalo chicken dip. That's like one of the biggest ones. Pigs in a blanket. They're served. You see them every once in a while. 7-layer dips and other dips. They are definitely, and there's their buffalo chicken dip. Absolutely. You're going to see them like your salsa dips and that kind of thing with like all the different layered nacho dips and things. Yeah, that they're awesome like that. We just made the other night. My wife made it. Was delicious. And it was gluten-free too. She's gluten-free. But anyway, it had the gluten-free pasta noodle things. And she made a I'm trying taco lasagna. I couldn't think of it, but it was really, really good. It had like salsa and what the heck did it have? Manicotti cheese. I don't even know what it had. I forget, to be honest with you, but it was delicious. Thing was banging. And like I said, we used even the gluten-free the pasta sheet things, the lasagna sheets that are like ready to use. And yeah, it was really, really good. So that was delicious. You would have never known it was even gluten-free, to be honest with you. It tasted the same. Pigs in a blanket, loaded fries and potato skins. I bet not many people do that right now because French fries cost like an arm and a leg. I mean, they're absolutely astronomical today. I don't know why French fries are so expensive, but French fries are super expensive everywhere. But yeah, I guess you do put a side of fries out. How about jalapenos and jalapeno poppers and like little spicy cheesy bites like poppers and the meatballs, pretzel bite. Everyone has a pretzel tray around here in Philadelphia. We have Philadelphia pretzel trays. Everybody gets one of them. And of course, you got to have all your drinks, your beer, your wines, and whatever else you have. So that is what it looks like for that. What else do you guys like? And that's what I have. In the last 10 Super Bowls, the team that won the toss has gone on to lose the game 7 times. That's an interesting statistic right there, Luis Rodriguez. There you go. Will the winner of the coin toss choose to receive or kick? I think I said they kick the ball off and they receive it in the second half. That's what I think they do. And yeah, there you go, everybody. How about that for your little tailgate party? So is everybody going to be getting ready? It's almost 2:00. A nice little hour and 40-minute show. We went through our market. We did the stock. So if you didn't pay, if you just tuning in, didn't see what we did for that, we went through crypto. Let's look at it real quick. We did it at the very beginning of the show, and Bitcoin's back at 71K right there. Not looking bad going into the Super Bowl. So it is looking like it wants to start curling up and run. And the rest of them, even Ethereum was kind of flat along the bottom. It's starting to get a little bit of a curl look. Solana had that same look as well, and looking a little bit better right there. So it does look like the crypto wants to run. And if crypto wants to continue to run, I think the markets will continue to run up tomorrow. They'll stay green as long as nothing crazy happens geopolitically or nothing crazy bad happens at the Super Bowl or anything else in the globe. So I think we will be pretty green tomorrow morning. That's what it looks like anyway here. Your SPY was way up. Like I said, that looks like it wants to fly. That and your IWM looking really good. Your Qs are struggling a little bit because, again, You had Google way down, Amazon and Meta were pulling them down a little bit. So that is what was happening right there with them. And Luis Rodriguez, he has his Samuel Adams. You know he loves that, and that should have been one we could have put on there. Sam, right there. Let's look at that thing ripping along into the Super Bowl. Look at Budweiser was ripping along into the Super Bowl. Molson right here, Molson Coors. That's Tap. I couldn't think of it. And that one's been. That looks really good, guys. Watch Tap tomorrow. And again, play along with the Polly Doug. I put the tweet out there. I pinned it, and you guys can go ahead and look. I asked about the beer companies. Will they be up? And also DraftKings right here. Here you go, DKNG. And wow, that might be a great opportunity on DraftKings right there. We probably should have been looking at that on Friday, huh, Luis Rodriguez? I mean, you know that's going to be ripping right there. It looks beautiful. It's Super Bowl Sunday. All the bets are in and all that good stuff. That's looking good. Oh, you're wondering if the ratings will be lower this year due to the Winter Olympics. That's an interesting thing. I don't know, to be honest with you. I would say I don't think the Winter Olympics tonight will really dent the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl's early now. It's like at 6:30. They don't do it at like 9 o'clock anymore. Remember, it used to like start super late and or at least a little later. And now it's at like 6:30. So it can get done at a decent time. And so yeah, I don't think that'll have that much of a big impact on it. But yeah, Team USA and poor Lindsey Vonn, I saw that. She crashed out like right at the beginning of her run right there, and she had been practicing and doing great this week, and she tore her ACL. I mean, I told you guys that's no joke. I tore my meniscus snowboard, and I did it on impact. I actually hit the ice and tore my post, and so yeah, it was no joke. And I actually stayed on the mountain the rest of the day and rode, which wasn't a smart idea because it was definitely made it worse. But I definitely did, and it was really hard to ride. And then I had to get that bad boy fixed and all. So the fact that she was even out there all wrapped up like that and just giving it a go, that's hardcore. You can't really land on something, and that's what happened. She got a little air and she leaned back a little bit too much, and that was a wrap. And again, when you're not feeling that confident with your and I tore something before like that, when you have a tear like that, you know you just don't have the ability to do what you can do usually. And it just, I guess, spooked her out. You could tell it didn't look like she was her normal self on that run. She had done 2 really good practice runs this week. And then the real run did not go so well. She had to be airlifted out of there, actually. I think she'll be fine. I hope so. But yeah, she definitely took a little spill right there. And again, she had a tour ACL already going into it. So she was just trying to give it her best in her go for the USA. So that was sad to see her right there, poor Lindsey Vonn. And she's worked. So her workout is insane, guys. She's hardcore. She's really hardcore. So I'm big into them sports. I like them, and she is hardcore. Again, go see LeBron James. He go see if he'll play a basketball game if he gets like a ingrown toenail. She's out there with a torn ACL trying to ski down a hill going like 90 miles an hour, guys. I mean, she's hardcore. She's tough. That's how it works. LeBron James is a little wimp. He's a little sissy, and I'll say it every day. He's the biggest wimp ever, and he's made basketball so soft, I'll say. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. Go back and look at some of the calls that he like when people go to like up to him and he just like flops back. I mean, he is just the biggest performer and the biggest baby ever, LeBron James. They should just get rid of that dude anyway. But anyway, yeah, Lindsey Vonn, tough as hell. She's way tougher than him. I can tell you that right now. So yeah, go Lindsey Vonn. Hope you speedy recovery on your ACL and hope you didn't get hurt on today's run there. So, and go Team USA. And somebody said the Olympics and Super Bowl are both on NBC. So obviously, NBC is not going to let the Olympics go and be over the Super Bowl. So what are they going to cut the Olympics out for a few hours or put them on like one of their sister stations? I'm sure. So that's how it probably work right there. Central Florida Gardening. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon, and everybody else. Like I said, a lot of people on here, but not exactly sure who is all on here right there. But I appreciate everybody. And again, guys, we do these shows usually at 8 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. We do a live show. We go through the entire market and just check out and see what's going to be happening. And then we obviously do a pre-market show Monday through Friday as well at 7 a.m. So we do 2 shows every single day during the week, except for Friday. And we cover the entire market, crypto, everything. We know it's going to be popping. We know it's going to be moving. We look at every single thing. And then today I wanted to do a little early tailgate party. So if you're new, just seeing us hopping on here, have no idea what I do. I follow the stock market. We call 100% poppers and all kinds of great ones every single day on the daily. We do it in the Discord as well, but I do it on this show twice a day. So you can follow along. Make sure you follow along on X, YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff, and like the show. And your guess, they'll put it on like a time delay. Yeah, or they'll put like the Olympics on like their sister station or something, or it'll just run like one of the sports that just people don't really watch, and they'll put it on a sister station, just knowing that nobody will go watch, and then they'll switch back over to the main Olympics and put something good on right after the Super Bowl, so that you can keep all that big crowd on there, because that's some huge ratings, some of the biggest ratings that you could ever get are the Super Bowl. So that's why people spend millions of dollars on these commercials. We didn't even talk about the commercial. I didn't see any of them. They usually release the commercials ahead of time. I only saw one with 50 Cent. They could be released. You guys want to see real quick before we hop off? Let me just see real fast. Let me hop on. Oh, there it goes to YouTube anyway. Let's see real fast right here. Super Bowl commercials 2026. Let's take a look. I didn't look at any of them, guys. I have no idea. I guess these are some of them. I have no clue. Super Bowl commercials. Here, we'll look at this thing real quick. Reactions, top 20 celebrity Super Bowl ads. Here, well, that's 22 minutes. We ain't watching that. I just wanted to see something. What's this say? 13 minutes. Let's just cruise on through this real quick and see what it says. Hold on. Ready? Let's look. I don't know if the sound's going to be on. Can you hear it, Luis Rodriguez? I don't know if I put the sound on at the beginning, to be honest. Let me know if you can hear it. I have no idea. Let's see. Here's a Pepsi commercial. Pepsi versus Coke. All right. All right. How about I just go like this and we'll just kind of cruise through them real quick and see what the heck's going on. That's a polar bear. What's this? A Pringles commercial right here? Let me see. Who is that chick? I don't even know who she is. And there's a Pringles person that she's hanging out with. So there's a potato chip or Blaze or some potato chip. That's a pretty long. There's Bill Shatner, right? And he's doing what? Is that Raisin Bran? Is that what that was? Yeah, Raisin Bran, right? Yeah, Raisin Bran. There you go with that. And let's see, what's this? Ritz crackers. They're on an island. That's not Epstein's island, is it? No sound, Lewis. All right, I'll just go through them real quick. You guys can see. I'm not even caring what they say. We'll just see what they are. That's a Ritz cracker one. What's this one? Yeah, I didn't put the sound on at the beginning. Who are them dudes? Is that yeah, it's Ben Affleck, right? Zoolander, right? Isn't that what that's supposed to be? I think. I don't even know what this is right here. What the heck is this commercial for? What the Instacart? Instacart, I guess. Wow, that's a pretty big commercial. Let's see. What's this one? I just wanted to see what these things were for. I have no idea. I didn't see any of them. Bud Light right there. And let's see. All right, there you go. There's a couple. They don't even look that good, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to turn it off. I didn't put the sound on. I had to put it on at the beginning of the show, to be honest. So I just didn't even pay no attention and didn't even think about it. But anyway, there you go. Let's look at gold and silver real quick before we hop off. Gold was curling up, not looking bad, but again, could be a complete fake out move. Although the markets do look good going into tomorrow. So we'll have to see what happens. And again, we'll have to see if anything geopolitically happens after the Super Bowl or anything crazy goes on during the Super Bowl. If not, we should be smooth sailing into a green day tomorrow. The SPY should be up. IWM Qs are they should be up. They're just lagging a little bit with your Google, Meta, and Amazon down, but maybe they start to pop back up right there. And that is what I have for you on a Super Bowl Sunday. I hope you guys all enjoyed that tailgate party. And again, follow along on X, Instagram, YouTube, and all that good stuff. And we do this live show usually at 8 p.m. But I didn't want to do it during the Super Bowl, obviously, because that wouldn't have been too fun. So I thought we'd have a little tailgate party. So if you like the show, tune in Sundays through Thursday nights, 8 p.m. We're always here. And then at 7 a.m., Monday through Friday, we're also on again doing a pre-market. And we go through the entire market. We cover everything crypto, what's going to be popping, gold. You can pick out what you're going to get into. You can see I always post all the options that I get into. And I hit the burner right there was over 40% just Friday alone, and we bought it on Thursday as well on the dip. So that's what we do. We also have the Discord. So if you have any questions ever, shoot me a message on X. I respond to everybody, and that is what I have for you. So let's go Patriots. Hopefully they'll win the game, and it's a good game. Let's put it that way. I hope we see a good game. And you guys enjoy this halftime show, because look at Titty Me Pregunto. It's at 95%. DTMF looks like it's going to be the number one song, the first song that he's going to start off with. So, these are the songs that he's going to play. I guess that's not the first song. I thought that was the first song. But anyway, so he's definitely playing these three right here. And we were just trying to figure out which one he opens with. Maybe it is going to be Titty Me Pregunto. It was the only one on that question. This is like the number. This one seems to be the most popular one, though, but I don't know. I have no idea. Does it ask? This was was anyone else performing there? And that was that one, and that was that. Okay, there you go. I was seeing if it had them in order, but I guess not. But we're gonna see Titty Me Pregunto, DTMF, and Bale in something. I'll leave it a ball or something. I don't even know what these songs are called. I have no idea, but you guys enjoy the Super Bowl. It looks like Seattle's supposed to win, and then it looks like your halftime show is going to be completely in Spanish, and you're not going to have a clue what the hell's going on. So you guys have a good time with that, and Bitcoin is at 71K. You said, yep. Look at that, 71K right there. So. There you go. Bitcoin looking pretty good, trying to go back up. Looks like it bottomed out. You never know. Anything can happen. So we'll be keeping an eye on the market, especially going into tomorrow, and see what happens. And obviously, we'll be on tomorrow morning to get the lowdown and see exactly how the market wants to open, what the reaction is to the Super Bowl, what the Super Bowl commercials and all that does for all these companies. And again, you can play along on my X account. I have it pinned up there, and I put like a Polydug account kind of thing up there. You can play along and see if DraftKings is going to make the market move, and Budweiser and all them things. So anything that has to do with the Super Bowl and the stock market, you can play along. So enjoy, everybody. Enjoy your Patriots and your Seahawks Super Bowl right there. And of course, most importantly, I think we're all going to enjoy this halftime show. And I meant to mention as well, guys, if you don't really want to watch Bad Bunny in a Spanish halftime show, there are alternatives. I know, like the Puppy Bowl or whatever, but also Turning Point USA is doing an alternative halftime show with Kid Rock. So I'm guessing that's going to be on YouTube, I would assume, and maybe on Turning Point USA. I'm not exactly sure, but you can definitely watch that. And I would say that will probably be a lot better than Bad Bunny, to be completely honest with you. So if you do want an alternative and you want to understand the lyrics of a song, you can go watch Kid Rock. He's doing a halftime show on Turning Point USA. So I'm guessing they'll air it on YouTube. Let's just see. Turning Point. I'm guessing what they're let me just Google it real quick. Yeah, Turning Point halftime show. I figured it would come right up. Let's see. Where's it going to be is the question. and the All-American Halftime Show. That's where it's at right here. So if you guys, there you go. That's where you go. So keep that on if you want to pay attention and watch and where they have, I was just looking, I saw it said Rumble X, YouTube X, all that, and the Charlie. So they're gonna be live streaming this on X, YouTube, all over the place, guys. So Kid Rock's also doing a halftime show. If you want to tune in and hear an American lyrics or English lyrics, I'll say, not American, I'll say English lyrics, because I don't know if you're gonna get that from any of these songs right here. I can't tell you that I've ever heard of any of it. I've never heard of Bad Bunny before until the NFL said he was going to do the Super Bowl halftime show, and I don't know what the hell they're talking about, but Roger Goodell better go get his head examined. As a matter of fact, they should probably just fire him and bring somebody else in and get this under. Just let Metallica play the halftime show. Who cares if they've done it before? They do a great job. They can do it again. Green Day can do, all these bands can do a great job with the halftime. I don't understand why Titty Me Pregunto is going to be the first song played in the halftime show this year at the Super Bowl. But if anyone else can get it, please explain it to me like I'm 3 years old, not 5, like I'm 1, because I just don't understand what the NFL is trying to do. But obviously, we'll be tuning in here. American Halftime Show. I mean, they even had to call it the American Halftime Show because the other one's going to be in Spanish. So that's, I guess, why I said it in American, in English. But yeah, there you go. The All-American Halftime Show right there. You can celebrate that with Kid Rock. Look at that. Who's this guy? Brantley Gilbert and Lee Bryce and Gabby Barrett. I don't know who any of them are. I know Kid Rock is, but I bet I can understand their lyrics. That's for sure. So that might help out a little bit during the show. And so there you go. So you do have an alternative if you don't want to hear Titty Me Pregunto and whatever else he's singing, because I'm not sure if you're going to understand a word he says. But anyway, there you go, everybody. Does Bitcoin spike or drop during the Super Bowl? That's a good one there, Luis Rodriguez. Well, no one's betting on Bitcoin. I think it could just run flat, to be honest. But it looks so good that it looks like it should continue its way up there, and crypto should. And again, I'm basing this on the fact that nothing geopolitically happens and nothing crazy at the Super Bowl happens. So I'd say if it's all smooth sailing, I think everything continues to go up. Tomorrow, does Bitcoin run during the Super Bowl? I'm not so sure, because most people aren't trading it. They'll be trading their prop bets and all. I mean, it's pretty impressive just alone that crypto's up right now, and knowing that everybody's trying to bet the prop bets and everything else. Most people aren't trading crypto. They're looking at the Super Bowl. So it's green and getting volume and working its way up right now, which is a good sign right there. So that is what I have for you guys for your Super Bowl tailgate party, stock market talk, and everything else. Super Bowl halftime show. Now you know you have two options. You have the AmericanHalftimeShow.com you can go to. It's called AmericanHalftimeShow.com right there. Or you can watch Bad Bunny sing Titty Me Pregunto. Your choice right there, everybody. And I think the Puppy Bowl will be on. I'm sure they usually do that. So you have plenty of options if you want to choose. And enjoy the Seahawks and the Patriots. Let's go, Patriots. Let's win another Super Bowl, although it's not looking so hot for them. According to Polymarket, anyway, it's 68% of the Seattle Seahawks that they're going to win. And this thing seems to be accurate, but you never know. Anything can happen on any given day. It is sports, and there you go. And BM&R was up big as well. Michael Anthony, what the heck? You just tuned. I'm coming on. I'm turning off the show. And our favorite person, Michael Anthony, he said, what time did you start that you – what did you even say? What time did you start that you too damn early? He said. I said I was doing a show at noon the other day, Michael Anthony. You must not have been paying attention, but I know. I asked where you were earlier, Michael Anthony. I literally just did a 2-hour show, and Michael Anthony hops on and asks where I was. Holy cow. He is the greatest, right, guys? Michael Anthony, we absolutely love you. If you're new just tuning in, Michael Anthony is absolutely the greatest listener ever. He's right on cue. I mean, literally right on point. I'm saying goodbye, and Michael Anthony's hopping on like it's a brand new day, and we're like just about to happen. But Michael Anthony, just for you, because you're an amazing person and we love you on this show, Michael Anthony, did you see the Bad Bunny song list right here? I know you're going to be jamming out. You're an older guy. I know you're a hardcore Bad Bunny fan. But did you know that he's going to be going with Titty Me Pregunto and DTMF and Ballet in? Let me read these again. You guys can get a good laugh at the end of the show. Ballet in all in. I said it earlier pretty well. Inalterable. I don't know. Nueva all Ducati Safaria Kaleida. I like it. Me gusta. I know that one right there. Me gusta, me gusta. I like it. I like it. La Mudanza and Ojitos Lindos. That's something beautiful. And a me Porto Bonito and Mia La Cancun. Times 100 TO, whatever the hell that means. I have no idea. Effecto. And how'd I say this? Yona Guni, I think. Pedro Negro right there. No Me Canocho, Neverita, La Jumpa, and Tebote La Santa. And there you go, everybody. So there you are, Michael Anthony. That's your song list from Bad Bunny. You heard Jobs numbers was going to be bad. Well, the hell with Jobs numbers, Michael Anthony. Just focus on Bad Bunny and the halftime show here and what we're going to listen to, like Titty Me Pregunto, okay? I would not worry about Jobs numbers just yet. Worry about this. It's way more important, Michael Anthony. And there you go. So we are going to hop off. I just did a 2-hour show. We did a nice little tailgate party. You can watch the replay there, Michael Anthony. And you like 1960 to 1980 rock and roll. I did not guess that in a million years, Michael Anthony. I would have never pinpointed that. I thought you were a big Bad Bunny fan, to be honest with you. I just said, Michael Anthony, they could let Metallica do the Super Bowl halftime show every single year. It wouldn't even matter. Everybody would love it every single year. They'd do a great job. No one would care. And they would come out, jam out with their music. Everybody would know the songs. Everybody would have a good time. And it would be fine. But there is this, Michael Anthony, so you just tuning in. Kid Rock, you know who he is. Kid Rock and a few other people. I'm not exactly sure who Brantley Gilbert, Lee Bryce, and Gabby Barrett are, but they all look like musicians, and they look like you might be able to understand their lyrics as well. So they're also doing a show at the halftime show. It's on AmericanHalftimeShow.com. It'll also be on YouTube, X, everywhere else. They're streaming it all over the place. So be sure to tune into that if you want an alternative to Bad Bunny, because that is so great. And I thought they should fire Roger Goodell right after the Super Bowl. Now, that would be a good Super Bowl halftime show if they actually came out and fired Roger Goodell for putting Bad Bunny in. That would be good. Or just take, if ICE came out and locked up Bad Bunny and Roger Goodell and took them both away, that would be a perfect Super Bowl halftime show. You would probably get more viewers ever. You would never be able to top it. So if they wanted to go viral, that's what they could do. But I don't think they're going to. And again, I don't know what the hell Roger Goodell's doing. That guy's insane. But there you are, Michael Anthony. Michael, it's okay to be a closet Bad Bunny fan. Yeah, we know you have all of his albums, Michael Anthony. You have his CDs and you jam out. That's what you're always listening to. That's what you were doing before the show. You had no idea we were on here for 2 hours because you're getting prepped for the halftime show, trying to remember all the lyrics for Bad Bunny, Michael Anthony, and you missed out on the live show completely today. So there you are, Michael Anthony. That's what happens to our super Bad Bunny fans right there. They missed the live show completely when we're on. And Kid Rock eats in my town at the Greek restaurant. Does he really, Luis Rodriguez? That's interesting. And that's pretty cool. And so there you go. I guess Kid Rock likes Greek food there. So he will be performing a halftime show as well if you want to pay attention to that, everybody. We went over our prop bets. That was a lot of fun as well. And you can see we even put them in there. We think our total score is going to be 47, and the length of the national anthem is going to be under 120 seconds, so under 2 minutes. It's going to be heads. The game winner, Seattle, it's over 45.5. Rushing attempt for the first offensive play of the game. I should have said passing attempt, but anyway, at first play rush. No scoreless quarters. The team that's going to score first is the Patriots. First team to call timeouts, the Patriots. The first accepted penalty will be against the Seahawks. And then there'll be no overtime, no 3 consecutive scores. And Sam Darnold, he's passing for over 230. Drake May, he's passing for over 220, 220 and a half, I'll say. And total receiving yards for Jackson Smith. I don't even know how to say his last name, but over 93 and a half, over 43 and a half for Steven Diggs. And then rushing yards, Kenneth Walker, we're going under 42 and a half. The Seahawks win the longest field goal, successful one. And let's see, the length of the longest touchdowns over 36 and a half. Team with the longest touchdowns, the Seahawks. It's going to be an odd score. Did we say that? 47. Wow, we even got that right somehow. I didn't even match them up, but I'm on point right here. And then the highest scoring half is going to be in the second half. Total number of touchdowns in the game's over 5.5. So I think we're going to see 6 touchdowns. That's crazy, guys. Could be a big scoring game. And will there be a missed PAT or a 2-point conversion? I think we see it, or attempt, not the conversion. I think we see a 2-point attempt right there. Color to Gatorade, we did say was going to be blue, and position of the Super Bowl MVP is going to be the wide receiver, we think. So just making some prop bets, and that's what we picked on here. So there you go, everybody. And that's what we did today. And we went through some other prop bets, these guys, but we couldn't really I jotted them ones down. You're 69 and you like groups from the past. Yeah, we know, Michael Anthony. I was just messing with you there. And Luis Rodriguez just said, titty me another express though. That's hilarious right there. Oh man, that's so titty me you and titty me Tiger. That's so funny, Luis Rodriguez. And they're Michael Anthony's favorite ones that he talks about. So yeah, I'm telling you, we should just use a titty me everything right there, guys. I mean, what does that even mean? I don't even know, but titty me pregunto, everybody. So there you are. Hope you enjoyed our Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah, this should be a Super Bowl halftime show. This show, to be honest with you, but our tailgate party, and you guys can enjoy either Kid Rock or enjoy Titty Me Pregunto today with Bad Bunny. So that's what I have for you, Michael Anthony. You go back, listen to the replay. We covered the entire market and discussed what was going to be popping tomorrow. We also went through all the prop bets, had a good time. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Follow along on X, YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff. Like the show on your way out of here. And we do the show usually at 8 p.m. on Sunday through Thursdays, and then we do our pre-market show at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. So that's where you'll see us tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So you guys enjoy your Super Bowl. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence, everybody. And Michael Anthony, you enjoy your Super Bowl. And Luis Rodriguez, and of course, Central Garden, Florida. And everybody else that tuned in, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And enjoy your day, everybody. We'll be on in the morning to cover the market. Hopefully it'll stay green. Nothing crazy will happen geopolitically or at the Super Bowl, and we'll be cruising smooth right into tomorrow morning with crypto moving along as well. So there you are, everybody. Message me if you have any questions, and I'll say goodbye, good luck, see you later. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Let's go Patriots, and I'll see you guys at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Have a good day, everybody.